What's happening, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. We are approaching another new year. Happy holidays to you. And yeah, happy new year. Another new year is coming, which means another season is on the horizon. This season definitely will be um different from last season. The first season was the I call it the inaugural season. That's when Coach Prime took over. Um, yeah, man, and everything is going to be up. The first season was kind of like a how can I say it? It was kind of like a foundational season. It was a season where he damn near got 80 new players or close to 80 new players. Not exactly 80 new players, but you know what I mean. 70 plus new players the first year, and it was pretty much the team was put together. It's almost like short notice because a lot of the players didn't show up until training camp. So it was kind of short notice. But I had said before, one of the obstacles or hurdles that Coach Prime has to go through is some of these shady coaches, man. It's very competitive out there with the recruiting. The recruiting is very competitive, and you're gonna have coaches. Hey Sheila, Happy New Year. You're gonna have coaches saying all types of stuff, man. You just wouldn't even imagine to get these top recruits not going to Colorado. Of course, they didn't want Jordan Seaton to go to Colorado. I'm sure some coaches they were saying all types of stuff. And in fact, we're gonna play this in a second. He said one of the programs is like one of the coaches like, do you want to be a rapper or what do you want to do? And that particular statement right there cuts on so many levels. Like, what does he mean by that? If I was him, I would have been like, what do you mean by that? Do I want to be a rapper? Obviously, I'm a football player and a student. I'm a student athlete. I'm aspiring to be a student athlete. What you mean, do I want to be a rapper? If I want to be a rapper, I'll be a rapper. And I'll play football. So what do you mean by that? So he would have lost he would have lost my services. Whoever that coach was, they would have definitely lost my services. But see, the reason why they said that to him, because they knew they weren't going to get him anyway. So they just wanted to be disrespectful. So what's up, Firefly? So that's what we have right here, man. Just the climate of this recruiting. No telling what they say, man. They say all types of stuff. One of the things they were saying is he's not going to be there past next year, after next year. That's when Shador is supposed to be entering the draft, Shiloh, Travis, and a few others. And it was like he's not going to be there. He said that they were telling recruits that. And another funny thing that I noticed here, some people that were even affiliated with the school, even went to the school, even played for the school. This one guy had a whole podcast talking about Coach Prime had a deal on the table. There's like a deal he heard. Well, no, he said he heard that Coach Prime had a deal on the table, a lifetime deal. Number one, I'm not going to sign no lifetime deal. I'm not doing that because I don't know what the future is going to hold. I don't want to be obligated to somebody for a lifetime. You know, that's just me personally. I just wouldn't want to, I wouldn't do it. I would sign maybe an extension, but I ain't going to sign a lifetime. It's definitely not going to do it because you never know what opportunities might come across my desk, in the future. But as it stands right now, he said he's happy where he is. And that should be enough right there. But no, it's not enough. These coaches are in direct competition with these top recruits. And you have to put Colorado in the ball game now. When he was at Jackson State, there was a little bit of light competition, but they know that most of the top players more than likely wasn't going to go to HBCU. Maybe some of them, Travis, he was able to get Travis services, and they didn't like that. I know they didn't, because every program in the country at that time was recruiting Travis Hunter. He was like number one high school player coming out that year. And I believe that was the 2021 cycle. He was like the number one recruit. The number two recruit was the kid that just signed with Nolan. He was number two. Travis was number one. Nolan was number two in that cycle. So he competed for Travis Hunter, and he was able to get his services at Jackson State. So imagine what he's able to do in his second season, going into his second season now. He's still in direct competition. You got to mention him at the table now with these other top programs. You have to you have to put Coach Prime in the conversation now. Hold on. Yeah, so he's in competition, you know what I'm saying? So the competition is great. I even said it. I said it on the live chat. I said, man, they saying all types of stuff to these recruits. And guess what? Jordan Seaton confirmed it. Oh man, they saying all types of stuff, man. I know they are. And it's only going to get worse because wait till season 3. We just going into season 2 right now. Season 3 is only going to get worse because this is why I say it's only going to get worse. Last season, they won what? They went 4-8. Okay, well, how much you think they're gonna go this season? They ain't gonna be 4-8. They're gonna go to a bowl game. So the more you win, the more it's attractive to these future recruits or transfers because everybody want to be, part of a winner. And not only that, all the attention is over at Boulder. Somebody had made a good point in the last live chat. I believe it was Samantha. She was like, I don't know any offensive linemen at Alabama, but I know them all here, right? Because of all the attention that is taking place right now. It's a lot of attention. There's a lot going on. And it's like I said, once they get to the point where they're over 8 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins, 11 wins, then the more recruits are going to come. And 5 stars, 4 stars, you name it, 3 stars, they're all going to come. And you heard it here. You heard it here. I said it. It's going to happen after the next season. And it also helps that Warren Sapp is there as well. So yeah, all that. Now, like I said, are all the 5 stars are going to come there? No. But there's going to be a lot of key transfers that might come there. And remember, we're still early in this recruiting thing, right? The portal is going to close, and then it's going to open back up again. And you don't know who's going to jump in that portal and might be thinking about coming to Boulder. So the drama is still pending. It's still pending. So yeah, man, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing all right. So look, let's hear what Jordan Seaton had to say here.
Probably would have hired him.
Were there schools negatively recruiting against Deion saying he's not serious? What was said to you during that, especially down the stretch?
They were saying, this is the most famous one I got. It was like, what do you want to be, a rapper or something? Like, I'm like, hey, I get what you're saying, but bro,
you see that? They were saying to him, hey, what do you want to be, a rapper or something? What do you want to be, a rapper? Like, because of all the attention and stuff like that. So that's why they said that they took that dig there. Like, oh, you're going to go there. It's not about football. No, it is about football. It's just that that's all the hype is around them, though, because of who the coach is. This is not a normal circumstance here. This is not a normal coach going in there. This is some different type of program going on. You got a guy, you got a guy, right, that came in to coach the program, but then you take a look at his resume I mean, his resume speaks for itself, but let alone, okay, the resume is good, gold jacket, Hall of Fame, okay. But on top of it, he's been in the media for over 10 years, and then he's a celebrity on top of it. That's what it is. It's like a celebrity coach. That's what it is. So that's what they're dealing with here. And only thing they got to do at this point is just win ball games. Because if they win ball games, everything is just going to be just going to be going up. And the way it looks like right now with the college recruiting, if just because of a player going to one school this year for this season, upcoming season, doesn't mean that you're not going to have access to that player for the next season. Because it seemed like multiple transfers can still play. Now, I don't know. That rule is just probably in effect for right now. But we're going to wait and see if they just make that a rule to where people can just transfer to multiple schools like that as they see fit. I think they should. I don't think you should be obligated to stay at no school. Because every school is not a good fit. Just like the players at Boulder, they shouldn't be obligated to stay there if it's not a good fit. They should be able to transfer, even though they transfer multiple times. But for right now, they're allowing it. But I think that's just for right now. At some point, they're going to come back and fine tune that legislation. And but if I was on that committee, I'll say, no, let them transfer multiple times. I mean, it's already becoming like free agency for some of the top players. Now, it's not like that for all the players, because some players are still in that portal and they haven't moved yet. But I'm talking about for the top players, it's like free agency at this point. And I think it's making the playing field a little level, because now you're not going to have all of these 5-stars sitting on the bench at Alabama and at all these other places. Like, why would they sit on the bench there for 2 and 3 years when they're going to have an opportunity to go somewhere else and play? I think that's awesome. But I'm telling you, this bullseye, Coach Prime have a major bullseye on his back. And I'm like, damn, why he got a major bullseye on his back? Like with the credentials he have, like, why? It's just that he's a direct threat to this old fraternity. He's a direct threat to this old fraternity, man. That's just how they see it. Like, I see that as room for everybody, right? I think they see it as a threat. I see it as that, okay, it's another opportunity. It's another program with the opportunity to rise right now. Just like Syracuse. Like, they're trying to build their program and they're on the rise. They used to be up there back in the day when Donovan McNabb was playing for them. Syracuse was something back then. But now they're trying to regain their prominence, right? It's the same with Colorado. He's just there trying to build a program, leave him alone. But they see him as a threat because of who he is. And they thinking that he can attract some of these players and stuff like that. So, because they don't want another Travis Hunter. They try to throw all type of money at him, and he still didn't budge. He said, no, I'm going to Colorado. I'm rocking out with Coach Prime. And it turned out to be a good thing for him. So that's why I think they see it as a direct competition. But I like Jordan Seaton. I like how he handled himself. Let's continue.
It was a lot of negative recruiting about him. I feel like some people don't understand that he's only been there for about what? Like, has it been a year yet?
Yeah, it's about a year.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Like, the turnaround that program had from 1-11 to what they went 5-6, 5-6, like 4-8, yeah. To that, it's like cool. Like, you see it, like, for example, like Coach Napier and them staff. How long they been there?
This is their
second year. Same thing. Like, you got to take some time. Like, Alabama was at Bama in 6 months.
I like how he handled himself, man. He's so far ahead of the curve. His parents did a good job with him. He's so far ahead of the curve, and he's smart. You just can't build a team overnight. it takes a while. So he said he went on to say that let's see where he's at in year 3 or year 4. You know, it takes a while. But the thing is, Coach Prime is abbreviating this thing. He's actually good. He's actually ahead of the curve, like lightning fast. He's ahead of the curve. You'll see that next season. It's unfortunate. Like they started off the season good, but then, like I said, they were exposed in the holes in that offensive line. More so the offensive line. I know need a defensive line too to stop the run, but goddamn. I mean, you can't let your quarterback only get 1 second to throw the ball. That's just not. I mean, come on now, you ain't gonna win no ball games like that. Being one dimensional, you can't win no ball games like that. And they felt like they couldn't run the ball either, so it was just a disaster. But now those holes have been patched up, and they got some key components now on that offensive line. That was the most important thing, is to fix that offensive line, man. And not only that, to have the right player there. You got to have the player there that wants to protect the quarterback. They take pride in protecting the quarterback. That's what you need. They didn't have that last year. I was surprised. For those kids that was on the offensive line, man, I'm ashamed for you on what happened. There's no way, I guarantee you this. I'm going to watch them players next year. I guarantee you they're not going to give up that many sacks next year. I guarantee you they won't. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what went wrong. See, here's my thing, man. This is for young people. If you have a problem with where you at, don't burn no bridges, man, because everybody's watching. Because I'm looking at you sideways right now for allowing this to happen. Or maybe you just wasn't that good. That could be it too. But how did these programs pick you up that fast? I wouldn't have picked you up that fast if your quarterback got sacked 50 plus times. Something is wrong here. I wouldn't have picked you up that fast. I'm like, first of all, in the interview, I'm like, how did you allow him to get sacked that many times? And why would I bring you to my program and allow my quarterback to get beat up? But they got picked up lightning fast. So I'm like, okay. I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna tell you something. I have never seen that before. The quarterbacks do get sacked. Trust me, all the top quarterbacks get sacked. You can't get around that. Sometimes you're gonna get sacked. Sometimes you might have held on too long, or something might have happened and you get sacked. Even Michael Vick got sacked as fast as he is. He gets sacked every now and then. He got sacked every now and then, but not quite like what happened. I watched the video and I seen an offensive lineman let his hands go, and the guy went right past him and teed off on him. I saw it. My eyes can't lie. There's no way I would pick you up, man, like that. There's no way. I would have to question you first. I'm like, son, what happened? Did y'all get the beefing? Did somebody rub you the wrong way? Like, it has to be a reason for it. Or maybe you're just not that good. Maybe you need coaching. That could be it. It could be the latter. It could be need coaching. You could need some more technique or something. But I'm telling you right now, I don't see how a person that big can allow somebody to get by him like that. And you're that big. I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. And that didn't happen the previous year when y'all were 1-11. That didn't happen. The quarterback didn't get sacked that much. So, and then they got picked up. So that's cool. I'm gonna be following them though to see, like, maybe there's some improvement. Maybe it came down to the coaching. Maybe they needed the right technique. I don't know. But I just never seen that before. The last time I seen a quarterback get sacked that many times was Ken O'Brien for the New York Jets when I was a freaking kid, yo. That's the last time I seen that. When a quarterback is just always laying down. That was Ken O'Brien back in the day. New York Jets. But yeah, that was reminiscent of Ken O'Brien. That was in the 80s, man. That was a long time ago. I was like a kid, man. I was barely out of diapers watching that. That's the reason why they were 4-8. That's why he got sacked so many times. That was the reason. That was the reason. So that's why I know they're not going to be 4-8 this time. Because despite them having them problems on the line, they would still manage to win 4 games. You know, so I believe, to be honest with you, I'm going to say this. Looking on the outside in, there was a breakdown. There was a breakdown for that to happen. There was a major breakdown. That's what I want to say. That's just my thoughts on it. There was a complete breakdown, and it wasn't about football. That's just why I'm going to leave it at that. There's no way in hell you that big and your quarterback gets sacked that many fucking times. There's no way. No way. Nope. And it wasn't like their offensive line was small. Their offensive line was not small. It wasn't small. So I don't know. Like, did somebody like come talk to you under the table? Was there a fix in this? What was it? That's what it seemed like. And I can't prove it. You know what I mean? I can't prove that it was a fix involved. I can't prove that. So, but like I said, I went back and looked at one of the games. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And you playing Power 5? And you nah. Nope. Y'all need to be in D3, man. Playing like that. I know some play. Listen, that all he had to do, he wouldn't have had that problem if he had just brought his whole offensive line from Jackson State to there. That wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened if he had just brought his whole offensive line, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all gonna laugh at this one. Y'all gonna laugh at this one, but I just had to tell you. Remember the kid? What's the kid's name, y'all? That said that he was on his way to Colorado, and they said they didn't give him an offer. What's his name? Does anybody know his name, man? I can't remember it off. Wait until what I'm about to tell you. What's the guy's name that said that he is coming? Amari Ward, Coach Prime. Y'all need to offer him something, yo. At least he would have protected Shador. He would have protected him. If you had Amari Ward, look, watch this. If you had Amari Ward, and what's the other kid that said he's transferring? What's the other kid? He came in, he transferred last year. Okay, so hold on. Let me write these names down so I won't forget, because I got to tell y'all something. Hold on. Amari Ward. And what's the other kid name? Not Tyler Brown. The kid that transferred in. He transferred in, and now he said he's transferring out. Remember he showed up at round training camp? No, it's not a Ward. Ward came from Jackson State. It's another kid, another big guy that they didn't put in the game, really. He had transferred in. He had showed up around training camp. A big guy. Light-skinned dude. Hold on, let me find out. Hold on. Let me find his name. Transfer portal. Because he just entered the transfer portal. He just entered. Jeremiah McCrinnon. Thank you. Okay, listen to me. If he had if he had Amari Ward, if he had took out the problems on that offensive line, and he had put Amari Ward and McCrinnon in, they wouldn't have had that problem. I'm just telling you, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have had that problem, man. They would not have had that. You need offensive linemen that take pride in blocking. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. If by the third game, by the second game, if he was getting sacked that many times, I would have benched all of them. I would have benched the ones that's allowing them sacks. They would have got benched. And I would have had to do an emergency transfer or something and bring some JUCO people in real quick. They definitely would have got benched. Definitely. They would have got benched, man. Because there's no way you that big and you just allow like, let me tell you, it was a play, right, where big man had grabbed the defensive end, right? He had him, but then he just let his hands go. And the guy went right by him and teed off on Shador. I saw it because I had showed y'all. I showed y'all when I was doing a breakdown. He just let his hands go. The whole world saw. He just let his hands go. It wasn't like the guy just like juked him. He just let his hands go, and the guy went right past him. I would have had a meeting with that. I said, "Yo, man, look at this film. Why'd you do that? What was your reason for letting your hands go?" And my quarterback almost got killed out there. Yeah, I would have benched all of them. They just wouldn't have been playing, man. Not like that. Especially the left tackle. I wish him the best, but I would have had to bench him for the rest of the year. I would have had to. I would have put Jeremiah McCrinnon in. I would have had to put him in. But now he's transferring out. So he's going somewhere else. But I know they sitting there talking about we didn't offer Amari Ward. Now you should have. You should have. You should have. It seemed like he really want to be there. You might have should have offered him something. But even though he couldn't have played, I heard he couldn't have played anyway, even if he had transferred up there. Listen, that man was so horrible in that left tackle. Y'all should have had Jeremiah McCrinnon, man. Y'all should have put him in, man. Or Amari Ward. But even though I heard he couldn't play, even if he wanted to. But I guarantee you, if they had moved their offensive line from Jackson State and brought him up there, he wouldn't have got sacked that many times. And for somebody to play that horrible and they get picked up in the portal just like that, nah, man, something ain't right, yo. Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Like, did y'all have a falling out? Was there a falling out? What happened? What happened, Tank? Was there a falling out? What happened? Because you're not that bad. He's not that bad of offense line. See, people saying he bad. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. He ain't that bad. It's hard to get around him. It's just that he might have had some. He might have allegedly had the I don't give a fucks no more. He might have had that, or he might just be that. I don't believe he's just that horrible. I don't believe that. Not to be that big. I have never seen an offensive lineman that big that allow that many. I have never seen it. So I don't think that's the case. So I'm just keeping it 100 with you, man. He might have just had that I don't care no more. I think maybe somebody rubbed him the wrong way. He's like, okay, I ain't protecting your son then. Fuck you then. He probably said that. You know how? It was this guy, right? I forget the guy's name. He used to be down at Jackson State, and he had came up there. Do you know how people just come up there to visit? And he was like interviewing Tank. And he had said something. I see how Tank was looking at him. Like, motherfucker, who you talking? Like, it was the way he was looking at him. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it might have been a situation where he got rubbed the wrong way because he got picked up early in the portal. That means he's not bad, yo. He's not a bad offensive lineman. And the thing is life, right? That happens. You rub somebody the wrong way. They're not being professional about it. And these are the results we get. It's not all Tank's fault, though. It's not all his fault. There was a couple times where these linemen, they came from all over the place. The offensive linemen were getting beat. So I just know they didn't have that problem at Kent State, man. They didn't have that problem. Yeah, the quarterback got sacked, of course, but they didn't have that problem. You know, like they had at Colorado. I just wanted to say that. You know, like you really gotta be careful with these kids, man, because like that's a dangerous position, man, offensive line, and you don't want to rub them the wrong way. You know, and I just feel like that's what happened. You know, I don't think they're horrible, like everybody's saying. I think it was a situation where that locker room had a fallout. There was a fallout there. There ain't no way in the goddamn world you 6'9", 6'10", and you ain't trucking people. That's bullshit. I don't give a damn, yo. Like, you gonna be trucking people just because of your size. All you gotta do is get your hands on them. I know he was already there. I'm talking about McCrennan had transferred in, and he transferring back out. He said he hitting the portal again. And I'm like, if the line is that horrible, why ain't they put McCrennan in? Just at least put him in. Y'all ain't gonna do no worse. You know? But yeah, it had to been a fallout there. That's just my take on it. It had to be a fallout. It had to be. We never gonna know though. We're never gonna know that. You know, because they're not gonna say. But I'm just going off what my eyes are saying. There's no way in the hell you that big and you getting beat like that. There's no way. No way. I guarantee you he might wind up in the NFL. I guarantee you he will. Because I guarantee you next year he's gonna kill it. Guarantee you. Watch. So even though they had some problems at depth in that department, and they also had injuries, and also Tyler Brown couldn't play. So they were very limited on the subs they can put in. So that's one thing that they had to address this time, and they did. They did address it. But man, listen, you almost got PTSD watching him get hit so much. But that situation has been taken care of. Because one of the offensive linemen, Benson, I listened to his mother interview. Oh, that's been fixed. He said the hashtag don't touch two. And they take that to heart. Now you ain't touching two. So they got that taken care of because they want to protect them. You know, this ain't a situation where you know, you can, and here's another thing with these gentlemen. You can also coach them hard and they won't take it personal because they know they need that to get to the next level. That's what he got there now. So he really took care of that. He really took care of that offensive line. Now, Savion Washington, he's still there. He was hurt. So this ain't no knock on him. This ain't no knock on him because he really wanted to play, but he was hurt. And when he came back, I don't think he was 100%. So I'm giving him a pass. You know what I'm saying? He really want to get to the next level and stuff like that. Some of them, oh man, they gave up, yo. They gave up. So I'm not afraid to say it. Ain't no way in the hell I'm that big and I get my hands on you, man. You going to the ground, period. You're going to the ground or you ain't getting to my quarterback. But he gonna kill it next year. What? I'm gonna follow him next year. He transferred to Oregon State, right? He gonna kill it, and he gonna start. Watch. Remember, I told you that he's gonna start, and he ain't gonna allow too many sacks. Watch next season, and he gonna make it on the NFL roster. Remember, I said it. This coaching thing is dirty, man. It's dirty. But he gonna kill it next season. Because he is not bad as people think he is. He's not. And he gonna kill it. He is gonna kill it next season at Oregon State. Both of them are. Both of them. They both starting. Watch. At Oregon State. One is at center. It's gonna be the starting center, and the other one is the starting left tackle. You don't sit nobody that big on the bench. No, sir. He gonna be starting at left tackle, and he gonna have a really good season. And it's unfortunate that he couldn't have had it here. But people get rubbed the wrong way. Those players let me tell you when they got rubbed the wrong way. Y'all ready for this? They got rubbed the wrong way during that Louis speech. That's when they got rubbed the wrong way. They say, this MFer ain't going to run me out of here. That was their thoughts. I'm telling you, I can read this. They was like, he ain't going to run me the F out of here. That was their thought. But he had already rubbed them the wrong way. Already from day one. That's when it happened. It was the Louis speech when he told him to hit that portal. And they was like, who the hell he think he is? That's when it happened. Because how I know that is because one of the players that had a YouTube page, you can tell they were all getting ready to hit the portal at the same time. And they all hit the portal right before the spring game. They all did it together, like thinking that was going to hurt him. Like he was going to be short for the spring game. So there was already animosity there in that locker room. It was from that Louis speech. But some of them was like, he ain't gonna run me out of here. And they stayed. And the moment he rubbed them, the wrong way again, son almost got killed. That's it. That's what happened. That's what I think happened, man. But I have to say allegedly. But that's my read on that. Because see, I'm about to do a video on the closeout of the season, and I'm definitely going to bring that up. So look out for that. Look out. I think that video dropping tomorrow. But thanks for Bucky to have these videos like he did, because we were able to see certain things. We didn't see everything, but we saw a little bit. And I remember when Coach Prime, after one of those games, he said, "Well, I got to go find replacements." That rubbed him the wrong way too. It wasn't no way in the world they were going to protect his son after that. No way. It was no way. No way, man. And how I know that, because he said something without saying it. In the last game, it was like, yeah, well, the quarterback did pretty well. He said, yeah, he shook his head. Like he knew. Like, okay, they protect, okay. So yeah, man, it's certain things I can read without them saying it. They weren't going to protect his son after he said that they were going to get replaced. There's no way. Yeah, I told you they weren't protecting before. He said, yeah, he rubbed them with the Louis speech. He rubbed them when he said, y'all go ahead and hit that portal. He said, oh, I got a quarterback already. So you ain't got to worry about that. That's already been, that position already been filled. That rubbed them the wrong way. Some of them might have been cool with the old quarterback. You never know. But you would have thought if he rubbed them the wrong way, they would have hit the portal, right? No, some of them like, this MF ain't going to run me out of here. They had that mentality. He ain't going to run me. Fuck him. He ain't going to run me out of here. But watch this, though. That's what he had, man. And I'm going to say allegedly, because like I said, I have to say that because, you know, I wasn't in the locker room, but I read stuff. I can read stuff. So that's that there. But when Jordan Seaton, this is the whole thing. I'll talk. He got a good one right here. He got a good pickup right here. This man right here, he got a good one because his head is on right. You see what I'm saying? And he's smart. So that's half the battle right there. And he looked like he worked hard. Look at his build. He put some work in that gym. You said that is so petty. People get petty in life. People get petty. You know, oh, he gonna replace me anyway. So why should I protect his son? You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So it's crazy, man, how life is. That's how life is. People get petty. You see it at work, you know, you just see it. This ain't no different. But yeah, it had to be a fallout. It's either that or they were just that damn horrible. One or the other. But no, he wasn't that damn horrible to get picked up that quick in the damn portal. He's not that horrible. The coaches knew that. They know that. Yeah, they said that to Seaton. So do you want to be a rapper? That's just the coaches, you know. That's the nature of it. You know, they compete and they don't want Coach Prime to have them. So they try to talk down, but Seaton is a little too smart for that. See, these coaches got to be careful too. These kids not stupid. These young men not stupid. Because I would have said to the coach, what that got to do with football? Like, what do you mean do I want to be a rapper? Like, what does that mean? I would have said to him, like, what do you mean by that? And they probably would have said, well, you know, they're all about the lights over there and stuff. Okay. But still, what does the rapping got to do with it? You know, but he said there was other instances as well. He didn't name the coaches though. See, he's smart not to name the coaches. You don't want to do that. You don't want to name the coaches. It's good that he put it out there, but you don't want to name who it was right now. You don't want to. I'm pretty sure he told Coach Prime who it was. So he at least he know where he's standing with these coaches now. You know, I know where he's staying with that Colorado State coach. That's why that game is marked on my calendar. I might have to go to that game. Lord help me if I get good tickets, because I want to get them tickets right in back of the CSU bench. That's where I want to sit. I want to sit and at the away bench. I want to sit down there near the CSU bench. Yes, indeed. My mouth be going the whole game. The whole game. That's right. They're probably been gonna kick me out of that stadium. I want some good seats in back of their bench. You know, that dirty hit. But, you know, Travis and them, they pieced it up and whatnot. So that was good. That says a lot, because the CSU coach, it's all disrespect intended. Just like his wife got involved recently too, calling him a B. And she had her facts wrong, talking about he turned his back. No, he didn't. Shador didn't have his back turned. He was looking at him the whole time. He pushed his dad off. He like, oh, let's get out of here. You know, that's all he did. But no, he didn't turn his back to the coach. He was looking at him. You know, but she said that little B would turn his back or whatever. She meant all that. So that's why I say that's personal. So they got to beat them. I would love to be there for it too. I would love to be there at the game with, you know, make sure I got a Sanders jersey on too, right? Just so that the crowd know who I'm for. And I'll just be right there, just giving it to them right there. You know, I would love to do that. Hopefully I'll make that happen. Yeah, it says a lot about her. You know, this is, you know, the game is over. You know, said he act like a little like whatever. Oh, well, I could sit here and get the roasting right now, but I ain't gonna do that. You know, gotta be professional. But that's what it is. Well, you know, I can understand that's her husband, you know, so she want to go hard for him. I get it. But, you know, it is what it is. You said Trevor not gonna transfer. No, I wasn't talking about Trevor. He was out there balling. I wasn't talking about him. He wasn't on that offensive line. He wasn't on that offensive line. He actually let his work do the talking. He actually stayed there and grinded out, and actually was and in fact he was grinding so much they put him at linebacker, and he ain't do such a bad job. So nah, man, he good. He good. I'm just talking about the ones that was pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man. But that's what it is, man. Yeah, everybody gonna have something to say. So I wasn't shocked that his wife got disrespectful. That day when Coach Prime ain't lying when he said it's personal. He wasn't lying there. It is personal. And it's still smoke at that school. And it's gonna be an away game too. I gotta go to that. That'll be the game I would love to go to. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. I'd make sure I won't have no libation in me though. I gotta be sober. Yes, indeed. I'm going up there, none but water. That's it. You got to be careful in them hostile crowds. You know what I mean? Yep. But because I know what a little bit of libation can do. I never forget I was at that freaking at the Giant Stadium and got beer thrown on me. You know what I mean? So it can go down at any time. You know? Yes, indeed. I made it out though. But what everybody doing for the new year? Anybody got any plans or parties or anything like that? I think I'm staying in. These kids wilding out here, man. All that shooting. Yes, and they wilding out here. Last New Year's, it was just nothing but bang them up out here, man. Just shooting left and right. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay up in the house. And matter of fact, on my other channel, last New Year's, right? I think I had the video down, but last New Year's, dude shooting right outside my house because I live near the woods. So they got like target practice out there. So I had to open the door. I said, what the hell is going on? And I saw they had the lights out. They had the spotlights up and they were out there target practicing. Talking about if I want to go out. I said, no, them cops on their way. I ain't call them. That happened a couple New Years ago. That happened. The cops came out there and had the place surrounded. Because you're not supposed to shoot around here. You can shoot in the country, but this is the city. So a lot of these people, they thought that they can do it on New Year's, but now you can't. But they had set up a makeshift target out there. It was a tree that fell down out there, and they were using that as target practice. And I said, I don't want to be a part of that because them cops on their way. I'm like, I'm not. I'd be the one to get arrested. They're like, oh no, it's cool. I'm like, no, it's not. You hear them sirens? What's up, Big Worm? Wait a minute.
What's going on, bro?
Okay, that is Big Worm. Okay, nothing much, man. I was just pointing out what Jordan Seaton said. He said that they had a lot of things to say about Coach Prime during this whole recruiting process, and which is understandable. I'm not surprised by it. It's just the nature of recruiting these days. It's big business, It's cutthroat. They do it with each other. They just don't make it known. They be talking about each other with this recruiting. Oh, you don't want to go with Nick Saban. You're gonna be sitting the bench. He gonna have, look at all them 5 stars he got on the bench. You think you playing? Stuff like that.
Yeah, they try to discredit coach to keep him from going over there. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the best competitors, but there's really something personal that them coaches got. You know what I'm saying? When they try to, especially with Coach Prime, there was something personal and they're trying to put a bad taste in the recruiter's mouth. You know what I'm saying? The one they trying to recruit. So I think that's just a strategy that they use. You just imagine the ones that really actually wanted it to probably had a choice of coming to CU. By the time they ran across the recruiters, they saw what their interests are and they attacked Coach Prime and made it, you know what I'm saying, not even compatible for them to go over there. If you weak
Right.
minded, they'll get you. If you weak minded, they'll get you. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like if you're not a thinker, which most of these young men are though. Like the way I hear them talk now, they all intelligent. They're not gonna buy that. Like, they want to go to, like, the people that he signed that are going to Colorado now, they want to be there. So that's the most important thing. They want to play there. They're excited. When I heard what's his name mother was talking, I already knew it's up now. He said she said hashtag DT2. Don't touch 2. She said that's what it means. Don't touch 2. And they taking it personal. They got to find out everything that they got to find out to make sure he ain't getting touched like that. And if that happens, they're going to be in contention or a lot of these games. The reason why they lost most of these games because he's on his back most of the time. Now that one game against Stanford, I don't know what happened there. That, like I said, that was Friday the 13th. I'm chalking it up to that. Like that was just a whole entire fluke, so it happens, you win some, you lose some, but that right there, man, that was a anomaly or something. I don't know what happened. That was crazy. But
Is this prior to something that happened or this what he just doing the interview?
no, he was doing an interview.
Oh,
And
okay.
he just
This
spoke
after the
on.
fact.
Well, they asked him a question and he was just answering it, saying that They were saying all types of stuff about Coach Prime during the recruiting process.
Oh, okay. So this at CU reporter as of now?
I don't know where he did this interview at, but this was
Oh,
after
okay.
he signed, I believe. This is after he
Oh, okay.
signed. Uh-huh. Yep.
These young men real smart, man. You can't really get too much past them because they already locked in on what they want to do.
Yep. They already locked in. But this year, I mean, like I said, some of those games this year, like Coach Prime said, minus the Oregon game, a lot of those games they were in contention. And when you go back to some of those highlights that they have online, you could see that the man was running for his life and he was getting hit. And that was it. Not much you can do. Nothing much you can do there. Um, who do you got for the Alabama game?
Who they playing, bro? I ain't been keeping no with since CU. They playing Georgia, right?
What, Alabama?
Yes, sir. Who they playing? They playing the
Mich-
Michigan, right?
Michigan. Michigan.
I don't know, man. I kind of like Alabama secondary. Even they core string of linebacker, so I think it's gonna be interesting, man. Uh, I hate to say it, but Alabama, I think Alabama gonna come on top, man.
You got Alabama in that Michigan game. They play on the first.
Yes, so it's gonna be kind of hard to say, really, because Michigan like running, right? So
Yeah.
when you look at that aspect, just eating the clock wise, it just depends on how Saban them control the game on that matter. If they're gonna tick a tat with the clock, they're gonna eat a lot of clock. So I think that's what Michigan gonna do more the ground game. So if Michigan decide to go in the air, they're gonna lose
I
because
got I got
Alabama got a tough secondary.
I got Bama for that game.
What score you got, man?
I don't know about the score. I think it'll be close early on. I think it's going to be a competitive game throughout. But
I thought you gonna say under 30, man. It like 28 or something like that, 27. If Washington, Michigan decide to run the ball, that's gonna eat a clock. So it just depends on who get the ball first, man.
yeah, I think Milrow is going to have a really decent game. Do you hear what he said? He said even my offensive coordinator told me I shouldn't play quarterback.
Yeah, I seen that. What's the problem with that?
He
That's my problem, man. Why they saying it? Cause these black good quarterbacks are being elite now. They trying to get him put a bad taste in their mouth, man. I'm not getting it.
well he said it. He was like he was just talking about some of the stuff he had to overcome. And he said even his own offensive coordinator said he shouldn't be playing quarterback. Now he said, look at me now. So that's on his offensive coordinator. His offensive coordinator one got to eat his words. He just got to eat his words at this point because he had a really good season. Sir
Yeah,
Ken
you
said,
did.
Wolverines alone. I think it's going to be a competitive game, Sir Ken. Michigan, they ain't no hand-me-down team now. They going to come and bring it. But Alabama, that defense ain't no joke.
Nah, it ain't. They got a core of, like I say, they got a core of what I'm saying, corners and secondary, man. They tough. They linebacker tough too. So that's why I say Michigan make a bad mistake and they're gonna go in the air. I think it's gonna be balanced, man.
Yeah, I'm going with Bama on that one. For real, I'm going with Bama. Hold on a second.
Seem like they scared to come up and have a conversation, man.
What's that?
Oh no, I'll just mess with the audience, try to get them to come up and have a talk.
Yeah, I think and let me see. So that means I have Bama playing for that last game. So let me see. Yeah, let me see. I have them winning it. I have them let me see. Let me think about this. So yeah, man, I got them winning it, man. I do. I got them winning. Well, Washington ain't no joke either. But I got them winning the whole thing.
Who
At this
Washington playing? You talking
watch
about Pac-12 Washington?
no. Yeah, they're in the Pac-12, aren't they?
Yeah, Washington Pac-12 with Penix.
Yeah. They play in Texas.
Oh, Penix gonna win that. Texas ain't been that crunk in a while, man. They had their struggle
Yeah.
through.
I got Washington winning that.
Yeah, Penix, he's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, he is dangerous.
And
And
then
his
and then
line ain't
and
no
then
joke.
line, they need to be honest, they need to be in the set, bro. They need to be in the set. I think
Really?
they time. Yeah, they that good. I really want to see them compete in the set with LSU's and you know what I'm saying, the
You
Bama's
know,
and all that.
is Penix is he a junior or he a senior?
I think he a junior.
Is he going into the draft? Because I don't see his name nowhere.
I don't think so.
Oh hell yeah! They gonna be good next year if he stay. They gonna be good next year if he stay. They got a hell of a quarterback over there, man. A hell of a quarterback.
I like him better over Caleb Williams, man. Caleb Williams didn't really show me nothing. He had his performances. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying. I didn't really see nothing in Williams. You know what I'm saying. You can look at it. I thought Shador was a better quarterback. You get what I'm saying? In
Yeah,
certain instances, just look at what Shador overcame within just not having anybody. Even Jackson blocked for him well, but he still got sacked a lot of times in Jackson though. But Shador held his own weight and be able to, you know what I'm saying, had a good throwing percentage. He threw good amount of yards, less interceptions, you know what I'm saying? So I think he did well. So but Pennis Pennis showed me more than Caleb Williams did.
yeah. I would probably take Penix at this point. Caleb is good too, though. But
Yeah, he good, but Caleb didn't really impress me.
yeah, Penix is like, man, he did well this season. Um, Next season, Washington goes to the Big Ten with Oregon. USC. Oh, they going to the Big Ten. Okay, they headed to the Big Ten next year. Washington.
Oh man, I'd rather see them in the sec. I want to see what they can do. You think they scared, bro?
See them in the SEC. I think they can play in the SEC, of course.
Me too. Yeah, they got some good blocking linemen too. So
Yeah,
that'll be good competitive. You know what I'm saying? Because the set gonna bring it.
yeah, definitely. Well, with this, it's going to be interesting next season with this whole 12-team playoff system. That's going to be interesting. That's going to give a lot of other teams an opportunity to have a new, because in my mind, if you make it to the playoffs, that's a new season. Everything is forgiven. That's a new season. You win or go home at this point. So that's going to be good. I can't wait for that. Definitely can. I can't wait for that one. But did you hear about the heist?
No, I ain't heard nothing about that. What's going on?
There's a major heist being taking place right now in football. You didn't hear about it?
No, what's that?
You ain't hear what happened in Colorado?
No, far as with Rick George, we're talking about the NCAA from the school stuff, but no, I haven't heard anything.
Dude, it's a major heist being taking place in Colorado right now with the Denver Broncos.
Oh, with what you call? No,
Yeah.
I think I think he gonna just go. They don't want to pay him no more,
Oh,
right?
they gotta pay him.
Yeah, they do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For as he's guaranteed, but
He
when you
gonna
look
walk
at
away.
the
He gonna walk away with $142 million, sir. That's a heist.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That's a
They
heist.
wanted.
Listen. Nobody's talking. I was getting ready to just do it. That's a major heist.
But
You mean to
the way
tell
they
me, huh?
but the way they were saying right that he had the same amount. He had good numbers just like Mahomes and them had. So this what I didn't understood why they trying to get him off. The only way I say they
Well,
don't want to pay him no more.
it's okay. Well, it's not about his play. What happened was they want to restructure his contract. They said that especially with the injury clause, they want to restructure it. So, obviously he'll walk away with less money. And he just said no. And they said, well, if you don't want to restructure, we're going to bench you for the rest of the season. And he still said no. So it's a major heist taking. That's a heist.
But why did it? But he's not injured though, right? Russell not injured
No,
though, right?
no,
That's the
no,
thing.
no. But see, they said that this is according to him. Like, now, let me just say this. I have to preface this. It's all alleged because, like I said, I have to say that because I'm not in the
Right.
room. But I listened to his interview, right? As monotone as he sound, he said they want to restructure his contract. If not, he have to sit the bench. So now he's riding the bench. He's the richest bench player I have ever seen. The richest. This is a heist going on. They're going to be, listen, they're going to be paying him well after he's retired. They're going to still have to pay him. You remember how the New York Knicks just got finished paying, what's his name? Allen Houston. They just
Oh,
got
I didn't
finished
know
paying him
that.
a few years ago. You ain't know that?
God,
Yeah, they just got
that's a long time.
yeah, because he was owed a lot of money. He signed over for $100 some million back then. And A-Rod is still getting paid. A-Rod. He's been retired for how long now? So this is a heist we're seeing here. We're seeing a heist going on. And this is what I want to say to Russell. Russell, I'm like, hey, do you need a bodyguard? You need some bodyguard, sir.
See,
You
let me
need some
come help you, bro. Let me come
huh?
help you. Let me come help you. We do a 12-hour shift apiece.
Yeah, I'll do 8 hours. You could do 8. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
trying to Antoine, what's up, Antoine? He said that's a train wreck turned into a robbery. Dude, when I heard about that, I said, well, my first question was, okay, if he was to sit the bench and leave the team, right, which is going to happen, how much did he get? That article said 142 million. Who is their general manager? Who's the general manager up there?
He
And
fired.
huh?
Whoever the general manager, he fired.
Yeah, he got to go. Like what? Like how did that happen? 142. Listen, I'm not hating on Russell Wilson. Listen, he's set for life, man. Set. He's already
Did
had
you
money. He's been in the league forever.
did you watch that interview with Shannon Sharp and Ocho? Well, my
No, what?
understanding was Shannon Sharp said that they didn't want to pay him no more. Like he's
Right,
getting his 37 million guaranteed out to 39 million or something like that guaranteed, but they
right,
want to keep they don't want to pay him no more the franchise deal.
right.
But
But
they say
they
he
want.
wasn't doing a good performance. They said why Flacco, you know what I'm saying, whoever his backup was outperforming him or something.
Well, they said they wanted to restructure his contract. They said we got to restructure now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't want to restructure. So they said,
Yeah,
well, you're gonna have to ride this here bench.
because they lost that because they gave up all their number one picks and
Oh,
second
Jesus.
second pick, and they lost it
Gave up how
getting
much?
Russell.
They gave up what?
The picks in the draft and stuff,
Oh,
and
Lord,
they
they ain't
can't
getting
recoup all
Shador.
that. They in bad
Guys,
shape.
guys, they ain't getting Shador. They not getting him.
No, they ain't.
No, they not getting Caleb. They not getting nobody.
The Bronco will be messed up at least by 5 years, bro.
Yes,
They
Lord.
5 years in the hole.
Yes, Lord. 5 in the hole.
Because
Yes, Lord. They are 5 in the hole. I don't mean to say the
you know they
Lord's
gave
name,
up all them picks just to get Sean Payton, bro. You know that, right?
what's that?
They lost all that getting Sean Payton too.
Oh, and Sean Payton getting paid.
Yeah, you
Ooh,
know
that's
he ain't
another
going
hype.
nowhere. But you know
That's another hype.
they in the hole. They in the hole because they either they don't pay Russell or get rid of Sean or pay Russell get rid of that's what they stuck with.
Listen, that is that's right, because Sean getting paid.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
came
God.
off his couch, bro. He came off the couch.
He came off the couch and got some money. Lord, I ain't mad at him. That man got game, man. He got a hell of a game in that interview. Sean got some game. He got some game about him. That's what I
Unless they
wanted to
come.
talk about. That is the biggest story and they being kind of quiet on it. Ain't nobody really the article ain't really blowing up that much.
No, because you know he had an argument with Russ on the sideline. There's
Sean
it, you
Payton.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, Sean Payton. But the thing is, when you look at with all them picks they gave up before they got Sean Payton to bring him in and had the money. So when Russell came, they came and went and got Russell. They went and, you know what I'm saying, gave him some picks too, some number one and twos, and you know what I'm saying,
Right.
contingent on this year and next year, they're gonna be in trouble, bro. You looking at Broncos been set back at least by 10 years unless they really come on some money. Because the only thing they're gonna save is the more advertisement dollar. That's the only thing they can bank on.
Who is you? Somebody said John Elway running up there. Is he?
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of John Elway. He about due for one anyway.
Oh Lord, John. John.
We're gonna see how much they love him because they don't you can't give him no draft pick because they
Oh,
gonna be mad because they can't they're gonna get mad because they can't get the Shador, Travis, or Shiloh.
yep.
That's a
They
whole
gonna be
package
mad.
deal.
They not gonna get him.
Yeah,
They not gonna get him, yo. They not gonna get. Look, look.
because you
Here's the thing, right? They're gonna get a high draft pick, but they got to give it away, right? They got to give it to whoever they
a
negotiated with.
whole lot of them, bro. A whole lot of them.
Oh my God. They would have been better off having me as a general manager. Because I would have been like, look, Russell, you good and all that, but we ain't gonna finna sit up here and give you 142 million, sir. Like, you're good, you're a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. You're a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm talking about during the negotiation period. Like,
Yeah,
you're a
but
good quarterback, Russell, but I am not finna sit up here and give you 142 million. That's not
yeah.
happening.
Oh,
You're not gonna sit up here
Russell
and run ice.
Russell a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but he falling off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cam still have more juice than Russell got. Russell falling off. We got all admit that.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Look at Dwayne. Look, Dwayne, don't get me to say it. Why Dwayne say that, man?
Tell him come up, man.
You hear what he just said? You hear what he just
Nah, I
said?
didn't hear it. What you say?
He said the CT kicking in on John.
Oh yeah, man. He might
Look,
got Parkinson's. John Elway. Oh man, how old John Elway?
John ain't that
65?
old. He not that old, man.
65?
He not in his 60s yet.
Oh, he around San
Look,
Antonio age, right?
look, this is what I would have said. Look, Russell, we need you as the quarterback, but we not gonna pay you no 142 million. We'll pay you 60. Okay. And Sean, we need a coach, but we're not gonna break the bank with your ass either. Okay. So you sit here and take this 20 million, and that's it. Both of them broke the bank, both of them. And what they beefing with on the sideline for both of them rich like that? It wasn't no way in the hell. Okay, you want me to do? I'll do that then. Russell, gangster. Don't let that politically correct language he talk fool you. Don't let him fool you. That man, hey, listen, he from out here where I'm from. Don't let him fool you. Like, yeah, you know, I just hold on. Let me do Russell real quick. Warren, hold on. Where's my water? Let me get some water for this one. Hold on. Okay. So Russell, we understand that you have the number 2 position right now. You have to set the bench. Can you what's going on with that, Russell? Yeah, you know, when I walk these white lines, when I play in between these white lines, I want to do the best for this team. I am a team player. I want to work 100% for this team. But right now they have me at number 2. Yeah, they had me at number 2, and that's just the way it is. I'm a team player. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a team player. Yeah. But let me translate that. Yeah, I got these MFers. I got these MFers. Go ahead. Let them. I'm 142. I'm a 142 man riding the bench. So let them bench me. No way, no way in hell. And I'm gonna renegotiate my contract. There's no way in hell. But let me go back. So yeah, so I'm gonna be a team player. And yeah, and I'm always for my teammates. Yeah. I'm always for my teammates. And yeah, man, I'm walking those white lines, and I just want to do all I can for the team. Yeah. Don't let that fool you all. He's running a heist right now. See, they tried to strong arm him, but he got the leverage. So they can't really strong him. So they said, listen, they tried to raise up on him and twist him up out of that contract. It's like, listen, Russell, look here, right? This is what we're gonna do, Russell. We're gonna negotiate the contract, Russell. All right. I don't think I want to do it. Okay, I understand. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you don't want to do that. But look, you want to play, right? Yeah, I want to do all I can for this. All right. Well, you have to negotiate the contract. Okay, if you want to keep playing. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna be the number 2. That's what he
Yeah,
said, man.
per Shannon Sharp, right? Saying there's a game that was, in the game, uh, the lineman went outside. They was wondering why some people were mad at Russell. Russell had changed the play, but it wasn't his fault that the lineman was outside. But they said Russell changed the play, so I guess they trying to shoot him in the cross and make him think that Russell is the problem.
Big Worm, if he make it 142 million, he can change that play. Because if I'm the coach, I was like, listen,
Yeah,
we need you to be like Peyton Manning at this point. So if we paying you 142 million, baby, change the play. If you see that you need to change that play and we go on with that. That's right. Let them change the play. What's going on, Sanford?
what's going on, man?
Sanford, you there? Sanford, you there? Yeah. Hold on. I had to put my picture on real quick just in case I was getting ready to get mooned or something. If nobody talking, I get nervous because that happened to me before on my other channel. I'm sitting up here having a good live chat, and somebody came up here choking their chicken, man.
Oh, they get you like they get Tyreek and Cheese. I see, huh?
Yeah, they got me. Came up choking the chicken, man. But what happened was I caught it because the dude was backstage, and I was just getting ready to put him on, and he cut on his camera and did that. Yep. So I gotta be, because I have to move with caution. Not that person, maybe that person had a problem with their audio or whatever. So I don't want to accuse you of that, but I just got to be on the side of caution.
Yeah, you have every right to, man. You're in the public space, so you gotta protect your. Yeah, man. Shit, you ain't got to explain that. They all understand that.
Yeah. So Russell, he said, yeah, right. He said, let's ride all the way to the bank. He gonna sit up there and ride that bench for 142 million.
Would you blame him?
Well,
I'll be
here's
on
what I
I'll
would
be I'll be on FMLA the whole time.
all right. Well, here's what I would do. Here's what I would do because I've been in the league for how long? How long Russell been in the league?
About 14,
Okay, so
14,
that means he
15.
is safe to say that he got some millions, right? Saved away, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I would do is just off the strength, right? Because I believe in karma. I'm like, okay, I'll negotiate my contract. And I think they would have negotiated and he would have walked away with probably like 80, maybe like that. Maybe about a good 80 spot. I would have take that 80 spot and that'd be it.
No, he might take 100 or something.
As it stands right
He paid it like that, bro. He paid it like that. It
no,
can happen.
as it stands right now, he getting every last dime as it stands right now. Unless they
For
might have
sure.
to take that to arbitration. They might have to go to court on that.
I think if it's an arbitration, they don't want that smoke. It's gonna be some longer. It's gonna be more money than they think it is. They might go on and retire Russell. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but still, like, he said he's a team player, man. He wants to do all he can for the team. Is he having a bad season, y'all? Because I haven't been watching. How's Russell doing?
Yeah, he been having well he doing okay. They say his numbers kind of similar to Pat Mahomes and the other good quarterback. He's in the top six or something like that. But he ain't the old Russell like he used to be. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
but
Look like
he having a solid season though.
yeah, that's what they saying. I ain't been keeping up with it like I used to. But it's about time for him to get on his war horse and ride to the sunset, man.
That's what it looked like he's getting ready to do. He about to ride to the sunset. And they gonna be
Yeah, man.
paying forever, forever, ever. They're gonna be
But
paying him.
you see how they ran Cam off. They didn't even give him a chance. They trying to get Russell up out of there, man. They really are. Because the game started to be saturated with melanated quarterbacks. So they ain't trying to get
Did
that
you think
trend
you
take
think
off.
that's the reason?
I think there's some of the reason. You know what I'm saying? When you look at that kind of we ain't got no shelf life. They gonna go on and they ain't gonna let us go too far.
But Russell's situation, it could be a situation where they're trying to look into the future and they're like, hold on a second. This is too much here. We got to pay him 142 million. He's not going to play for the next 5 years. So
They
they
don't bid
probably,
our board every two, man.
yeah, they trying to recoup some of that money. I don't think it's about the more so his race because they wouldn't mind getting Shador.
Yeah, that's in my opinion. I look at that aspect too to be on the table. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy. I had to say stuff like that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They could play some of the role too as well. You get what I'm saying? We
Hey,
you
how
go
is
ahead.
that other quarterback doing? The one that played at Clemson. Not Clemson. Where did he play at? The guy with the long hair. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you talking about he played for the Jaguars? I forgot his name. You talking about
How is he?
he doing good. Jaguars kind of be off and on anyway, but he doing well. You talking about that white quarterback? What's his name? Let me get his name.
I forget his name. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. Where did he play at? How is he
The
doing?
Clemson. He doing well. He doing well. He doing pretty good.
Okay,
Last
so
time I checked, he's doing good. Last year he was balling, man. On this past last year he was balling. So you know how it is. They trying to restructure everything. Move things back where it's supposed to be. But I look forward for Trevor Woods. You might hear. I said Trevor Woods. Lawrence. Ain't his name? His name
Trevor.
Lawrence, right?
Mhm.
Trevor Lawrence. I look forward to him to be doing well within his third or fourth season. You really gonna see him, you know what I'm saying? They getting things together. They trying to fit where it can fit him well. So you know what I'm
Okay, so
saying? So,
Trevor's doing all right. Okay.
yeah, because the Jaguars were doing pretty good when they had I forgot his name. He from New Orleans. He played with the he plays with what's that team? I can't think of the team right now. What Tom Brady used to play for, the Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
When they had that running back, but he was on the injured list, so they kind of failed right there. But they trying to restructure him. Trevor gonna be deadly, man. He was balling last year, so I think he gonna put everything together. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see a whole lot of maturity with him with that team.
Okay. How is the other quarterback doing? The one in Carolina. He doing all right? The one from Alabama.
Uh, let me see. What's his name? I ain't been keeping up with him like that.
I can't
I gotta.
remember. I know he was the number one pick last year. He's a quarterback in Carolina. He doing all right? Is he having a good season or
Oh, he was with the Jets though, right? He
no?
went to Carolina.
He's at Carolina. Oh, Carol. They say Carolina needs a O line. Bryce Young. He running for his life. Oh man.
Oh, Bryce Young came from the Chicago. Excuse my language. Chicago messed him up, man. I almost said the word. Did
No,
Bryce Young go to Chicago at first?
he got drafted at Carolina.
Oh, I thought he went to Chicago, bro. Cause I'm
Uh-uh.
finna say whatever. Shador do not need to go over there. I don't care who it is. Let one of them third baggers go go. You know what I'm saying?
No, the reason
Chicago and
why
stuff like that. You know what I'm
the
saying?
reason the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm looking at the quarterbacks that's coming out this year, and I want to see where they're gonna end up. So it
Cause they
looks
try to
like
get Caleb, man. They try to get Caleb. His daddy don't want him to go over there.
well, it looks like that might be where he going.
They gonna have to get him, but his daddy don't want him to go, bro. And Caleb holding out because of that, bro. He know he going over there. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's music playing in your background. That's gonna the music will they'll ding me for that. What were you saying, Big Worm?
My bad, bro.
Oh
I
no, you
say
good.
he know Chicago gonna try to pick him, right? And he don't want to go over there. His dad don't want him to go over there. That's why they holding out. Cause soon he declare for that draft, Chicago go have first grab for him. It's gonna
Yeah,
be out of Chicago, New York, New York Giants and the Jets.
I would love for him to come to the Jets. Or let me see. The Jets probably not going to be available. They're not going to have we'll wait and see what the lottery do when the lottery comes out, and then we'll see which teams had the number one pick. But more than likely, the team that got the number one pick gonna need a quarterback. But they can, if he don't want to play there, they can always trade him down, trade him or whatever. But it looks like actually, to be honest, it looked like I guess I don't know if the kid out of Ohio State gonna come out. I don't think he announced yet that he's coming out. But if he do, he looked like he's gonna be the number one pick.
But have Caleb announced yet too? Cause I haven't heard anything. Did he announce? Cause
Um,
I'm hearing people gossiping about him staying.
he didn't announce yet, like officially to tell the school, like, thank you for your time and stuff. Like he didn't say that, but he didn't play in the bowl game. So maybe he's testing the waters. Maybe he will look like he is going in the draft. Looks like it.
But do you think he trying to hold out for to see if the school gonna step up and say, "Hey, let me drop you this bad," like they doing that with running back, that player they're trying to pay 30 million to?
Who they trying to pay 30 million to?
Ain't this a guy they trying to pay 30? I forgot his name, man. I got so much stuff going on at the same time, but it
No,
was was they trying to get a $1 million deal about what 30 million, something like that,
I know
for a
that's
college player?
they were talking well, they were talking like that with Marvin Harrison Jr. If he was decide to stay, that he's going to get a major payday. he hasn't decided yet. I mean, well, he hasn't. I'm assuming they're going into the draft. I'm just assuming, but I don't know how that works. Can you come back to school if you don't hire an agent? Do they still have that rule? Like if you get drafted, as long as you don't hire an agent, can you still come back to school? I don't know if they still have that rule or not.
With
But
these rookie deals when they sign the NFL, right? The NIL gonna change this game, man. I'm telling you. And
yeah, I think
if somebody bite on that kind of payment from the college, say, okay, don't go to the NFL, gonna look at it and say, okay, now we're gonna have to come with something on the table because we losing, we ain't gonna have good, you know what I'm saying, clientele for us. You know what I'm saying? These are good players not coming over right away to the NFL. That's gonna kind of make the NFL look crazy for a while.
you know what I say about that though. At least it'll give the players time to develop. Though you won't have too many players coming out when they're not ready. You'll have more likely you have players staying the 4 and 5 years, you know, to develop their skills and then go to the NFL. I don't think it's going to hurt the NFL too much. I think the players that's going to get affected is the high school kids because these schools are going to spend the money on the proven transfers before they do the high school people. So I think it's a good thing, like a player to develop, and by the time he gets in the NFL, he'd be ready to go. Well, I'm talking about the top players, you know. So I don't know, but no, I haven't heard anything where he said that, you know, thank you to USC, and you know, I'm declaring for the NFL. He hasn't said that yet. Harrison hasn't said it either. But
I think Caleb Williams being approached right from a college or the same school that he with now. I think he negotiating deal with them because he'll probably mess around and try to stay another year. I was seeing that, bro. I might be wrong. Don't get me wrong. With the way it looked like it, the NFL ain't promising to pay them what he, you know what I'm saying, when he is, you know, get signed up for. That'll be throwaway change, you know what I'm saying, paying these the scouts and stuff.
yeah, we'll wait and see what happens there. It's interesting though, because I know he hasn't declared yet, but I'm thinking they'll go in. And we'll see. I guess they waiting to see what the lottery looks like to see who's actually going to get that first pick. But definitely next season, I'm gonna look out for. That's when Shador's supposed to come out. Yeah. So nobody want to go to the Bears, huh?
No, they don't. I mean, if you look at what's that quarterback what's that young kid? What's that young kid
They came out.
yeah, they messed him up. He's I forgot his name. I gotta get his name, man.
Oh, the Bears.
Yeah, he went to the Bears and they messed his career up when he went over there.
He ain't have an offensive line.
He didn't have a good offensive line either.
Man. Yeah, that offensive line is important.
They had traded him too.
Justin Field.
Yeah, Justin Field. Yep. Justin Field.
Yeah, you need an offensive line. But
the thing is, they try to go over there and play hero ball, not here, to the point where they think they can, at least try to put, implement a change within their organization. And it ain't all the way there, man. It's kind of scary being a young quarterback. You're just trying to redeem the team and trying to, put a better light on yourself, and then it be, something, mess them up in the future. And kind of hard for other teams. They'll put them on the back burner, just, probably have them on third string or something.
Wait, let me see what's going on here. Peter is in full blast tonight. Let's see what Peter. He said Daniel is a machine. Peter's in full. What he's saying now? The prime. He called us prime sexuals. He said think Shador is the GOAT. 6 sacks a game. Yeah, Peter's in full blast tonight. He making up for it because I haven't seen you in a while, Peter. He making up for it. He giving it to us tonight. He don't like. He labeled everybody prime sexuals. He said Jaden Daniels lead the team to success and won the Heisman. We know. Oh my God. And Peter, you ain't been around in a while. You giving it all to us right now. That's what he couldn't wait to get on his. Oh yeah, Max is only go give it to him. Man,
That's why I hope the brother from LSU won't go over there.
oh LSU.
Jalen Daniels.
He coming back, isn't he?
Now he cleared for the draft.
Oh, he declared for the. Well, he going to the.
Yeah, he
Bears.
won that Heisman. After that, he gonna clear for the draft.
All right, well let him. He going to the Bears.
You think so, bro?
That's who the Bears gonna get. Let him get Jalen Daniels.
He don't mind shit as long as he playing.
I wouldn't mind either. If I get drafted, I don't care who I get drafted to. I'll say, here we go. You know, if I got to get my friend Tarkin on, then that's fine. If I got to run for my life, but I'm going to get drafted.
I think Shador gonna be standing behind Dak Prescott.
Oh, I could see that too.
Yeah, he that caliber quarterback that Jerry Jones or Steven will go get anyway. If you just look at the line of quarterback that they go get anyway, somebody that's fairly good, you know what I'm saying, that can get you there. And right now, you know, Shador arm is pretty good, you know, hitting that deep ball. He even gonna get any stronger just getting on that program, to be honest. I don't see no other team just looking at a franchise wise just there. Because you gotta think about it. If you just have a good lineman, he'll do well with that.
Yeah.
Good on the pressure, he won't fold, he's pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make good decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so just with Lamb there and you know what I'm saying, you got Cooks and the rest of them, I think he's gonna be deadly. The
That'll
one
be
thing
awesome.
about
He go
one
to
thing about
Dallas.
one thing about Shador, he likes slot backs and tight ends, right? And you know that'll be a good fit. That'll be a good offense for Shador to run.
Then you said somebody said L. Will said Shador may end up in Pittsburgh. I could see him there too. Did you hear? It was another story came out. One of the doctors that is one of the leading doctors in this whole CT research, he just told a player to retire. He recommended that this player that just got this concussion to retire. He said based on the nature of the hit and the way he got hit, he said the kid need to retire. He told him that. He made the announcement yesterday. He said he need to retire. Let me find out who the guy is.
Somebody, the one that was shaking on the ground, that running back, that line, cornerback.
Yeah,
that
he
made
said
the
he
tackle.
need to retire.
Oh yeah, it's over, man. He was laying on the ground for a while. All of a sudden, he just started he started having a seizure. They even tried to get old boy from the Dolphins, the quarterback over there, my lawyer. What'd you say? How you say his name?
I'm not sure which one it is.
The quarterback, the lefty that came from Alabama. The quarterback for the Dolphins. Tuka, that you know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
The quarterback for the Dolphins, Tuka. My lord, how you say his name?
Oh, Tua.
Tua. Yeah, they tried to say no, he had brain injury last year.
Yeah, he considered retirement. Yeah, he considered retirement during that time. He did.
But you know that kind of gave him a short lifespan too. Far as playing, not talking about his life, but lifespan of playing, football.
But that doctor told that whoever that was that just got that concussion, he told him you need to retire now. He said that should be it for your career. And I would be considering it too if I got hurt like that and I'm shaking like that. Yeah, I think that might be it for me.
Well, that happened to veterans too, right? he had to go and retire too. He hurt his neck. You know, I'm talking about the linebacker for the Cowboys. That's why he ain't been playing. He done hurt his neck and the head, so he had to tap out too.
Yeah, it's a dangerous sport, man. You get too many of those, you got to really consider it because you got to look in the future when you're like 70 years old, 60, 70 years old. You see how Jim McMahon is now. He got a lot of things he dealing with. So it's just it's the nature of the game, you know. That's what they give up. They already know what they're coming up against, you know, when they sign on that dotted line. It's just one of those things. They're our modern day gladiators. And what's his name? Antonio Brown. I remember when he got hit. Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah, they were really
that was nasty right there. When he took that hit, that was nasty. And some people argue that he was never the same after that. Oh, is it Elijah Moore? Yeah, that's his name, Elijah Moore.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep. The doctor just recently recommended that he retire.
Yeah, man, I said I'm gonna have to get that little setup. I got a little setup. I ain't set it up in a while. When I do go, on the platform like this, I, make sure I have, my stats and stuff ready. But yeah, man.
Oh no, it's cool. I just happened to think about it. And they said here, let me see. Yeah, he's out. He's obviously gonna be out for more than a few games after that scary hit, after that his head slammed on the ground. But he was released from the hospital. Let's see. This was 10 hours ago. He was released from the hospital. But
that's good. The brother doing okay, man.
Yeah.
We're supposed to speedy recovery and get back on the scene. But it's kind of hard to leave something you love and knowing that's gonna take care of what you know what I'm saying, the financial stability and family and your environment and your loan, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to just walk away from. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we could be hard headed, especially when we do something we love.
Right.
Hard to pull away from that.
That's why I don't mind these young men getting all the money they can, when they can get it, as you never know, you could be one hit away from hanging them up. At least you got something to fall back on and do other things with. Because, what's the retirement age? Like 30 something? That's young. 28, 30, that's young.
Yeah, they said the retirement age in the NFL is 5 years. 5 to 6 years.
You got your whole life ahead of you to get in business and do other stuff,
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't mind being on the practice squad, though.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I'm saying? Retire from now.
Yep. So yeah, that was some news there that came out that he was recommending him to retire now. Like, this is the time to do it. So he would have to. He probably, these guys are warriors. They're gonna want to come back. I know Megatron, he retired. He was like, he got tired of it. So he's, so he retired. He said he wanted to enjoy his family. So he's a smart guy anyway.
Yeah, man, you had to have a strong mental mindset to play football, man. Cause them boys out there hitting hard. You know what I'm saying? And I don't experience my fair share in high school, and I try to go. You know what match I went to go try? I would go try for Grambling. When I got on that field, bro, I see them big. I knew then. I said football ain't for me, bro.
Yeah, man, it's a rough sport, man. I got my clock clean a few times. And I remember the last time I got my clock clean. That was
it a blind side or a crackback?
Huh?
It was a blind side crackback.
Yeah, I didn't see the hit coming.
Mine was on kickoff.
It was one of them things where I was in the air when it happened, and I got hit. And next thing I know, only thing I remember was looking up at the sky, and they giving me smelling salts.
Yeah, man. Mine was on kickoff. I ran down at full speed. You know how we do it. Run down at full speed. My head went on the swivel, and a 5'2" dude came across from nowhere and caught me on the side of my helmet, bro.
Yep.
I slid about 10 yards.
Yeah, my upper body hit the ground before my legs did. That's what I don't remember it. That's what they were telling me.
So you say you turned the flip?
It wasn't a flip. It was just I got hit in the air. It was a helmet to helmet hit, and then I landed on my back, but my legs like my back hit first, and then my legs.
But you notice a lot of these hard hits, it really be a push. It don't be a hit. If you watch the game,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It looks like in the stands, it look for a far distance that you got hit. But a lot of them hits be like a push if you pay attention. If you actually go watch a lot of hard. We get the helmet contact, but
Hmm.
a lot of them be hard pushing. They push you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the crazy thing is, I don't remember it. I just remember just looking up, everybody was standing over me. And that was the one time when my mother and my aunt came to the game because they never go. And that game, here they come. They were just happened to be sitting there. And
Oh
then
Lord, my baby, my
they came
baby.
on the field. Her and my mother, they came on the field. And then people were telling them to get off. They said, "We are not getting off. Give me his helmet. We are not getting off this field." She said, "Lord Jesus, y'all are hitting him upside the head." Because my
Then
aunt,
my
she was
mom,
always like crazy. She one of them Bible thumpers, right?
my mom was the same way. Lord
Where's
Jesus.
Antoine at? Is Antoine in here? Antoine, you remember my aunt, right? He went to high school with me. Antoine, he's in the chat.
Okay, when he come up and chop it up, man.
Oh, Antoine, he come up if he want. Um, she said, "Give me his helmet." I said, "You got to get off the field." Because they were asking me what day it was. I told them it was Friday, but it was Saturday. And I kept saying it's Friday. I got school later. Yeah, I had a concussion because I kept telling them it was Friday, and they said how many hands I got up. I said none. I was tore up. Yep, I was tore up, man.
You had a bad headache too, huh?
No, I think I was just really it was like a cloud. Only thing I can remember was it was just cloudy. It was just everything was a blur. I couldn't understand what nobody was talking about. Nothing. I think I finally came back to maybe a day after the game.
Hey man, so I'm gonna go ahead and fall back, man. I appreciate you having the live. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
appreciate you coming on.
Like I always say, you ought to do this often, man.
Yeah, we
You
got
know what
might
I'm
do
saying?
something for New Year's night. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you'll come back tomorrow, right? Because
Yeah, you
you
definitely.
said that the other day you came back the next day and the next day.
I know.
I
I
said,
fell asleep on y'all. I'm like, damn. I thought I was gonna come back after that USC game.
yeah. But yeah, man, I always appreciate you having the live, man.
Yeah, I
It's always
appreciate you
good.
coming
Yeah, just open the platform for us to just come chop it up and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
on. Anytime, anytime.
Peace and love, man.
All right, peace. Peace, Warren. Yeah, that was the last hit I like significant hit I've ever received. Because I don't remember the hit. Don't remember it. Apparently I kept the football in my hand. Apparently. Just don't remember it. Oh man. But back then, I mean, it's not like how it is now. Now they got the whole protocol. You got to be out and stuff like that. Hell, I played the next week. So, Rad, you there? You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was just saying, how bad do you think Shadir's injury was?
You talking about the back injury?
Yeah.
I think I heard him say that he can practice in March. I thought I heard him say that on one of the well-off videos. That you remember it was they were having him and his dad was going back and forth, and his dad said, "You need to lose, so get back into working out." And I think
Yeah.
he said March he can start working out again. And then I think Prime said, "At least you can hit that treadmill."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I'm
so I
just
thought it was pretty significant if he gonna be out that long.
yeah. That was a messed up hit he took too. I remember the hit too. It was like a little spear he took to the back.
Yep.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, and they said that I think his brother said that's the first time he saw him crying in a game. So
That's why he had that little towel over his head.
yep.
So
So
can't
yeah, it
go and
was,
catch it.
and then they said I guess after the X-rays they found that he had a small fracture there. Yep.
Yeah, that's terrible. I said to myself too. I said, man, I said Coach Prime gonna get that boy hurt. I just knew it.
Well, he's a gamer. He's not gonna want to sit out the game. He's gonna want to keep going for it. Because as long as
Yeah.
he's in the game, he's a threat. But he did take a lot of punishment.
He took too
Yeah.
much punishment.
Yeah.
And I thought about that too, because I was like, well, it's probably coming from a Hall of Famer like Deion Sanders. He probably seen, if you look at his hands, like they all messed up. So he probably seen, a bunch of crazy injuries. He probably like, just push through it. But you can't be doing
Yeah.
that.
He was saying that, it's still his son out there, so he had a hard time with it, seeing him out there getting hit like that.
But you know how some guys are. They don't want to give up on their team. That's why.
Right. Yep. He stayed into the end, then until he couldn't go no more. Because ain't no way in the world he's gonna be able to throw like that, and he got a problem with his back. It's not gonna work.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's
I
gonna
remember
hurt.
he had to tell Travis to sit back. Remember, Travis
Yeah.
wanted to come back. These are gamers, man. Yep, these are gamers.
Sometimes you guys
They got that old school mentality.
exactly. Sometimes you got to save these players for themselves. Like guys said, I'm not coming off the field unless you take me off on the stretcher.
That's how they are. You go out on their shield. They want to play if he feel like he can contribute, But as far as he's a quarterback, so he's always in harm's way. It's just the nature of the game. But hopefully, but next season, I'm pretty sure they're going to do a really good job this time, making sure that he have enough time to get that ball out of his hands.
That's true. He's going to have to work on that quick release. Number 1, 2, he's going to have to learn to sometimes give up a play if necessary. Just throw the ball out of bounds. Sometimes if you have to run, if you see that opportunity, take that opportunity to run. Learn how to slide. You'd be surprised how many quarterbacks don't know how to slide.
He does slide and do that, but it was a few times, Antoine, where he only had a second.
That's true.
Yeah, and the people are all in his face in multiple directions. So, things like that, there's nothing he can do there.
That's true.
There's nothing really. It's nothing to give there, but he do slide. He can run it if he needs to. He can, but there was a few plays, especially that UCLA game. It was one play they were just all over him. One was coming. He saw one coming up the middle and one his left and right. The only thing he could do is tuck the ball and go down.
I think there was another one like that too when he played against Oregon.
Yep.
That edge rusher UCLA got. That's an NFL talent right there. I forget his name.
Yep.
The head coach?
Good. No, the edge. They got an edge rusher, and he was pretty damn good.
Yeah. So yeah, he was man. Them blitzes were coming from all directions.
Man, it's fucking his ass up.
Yep.
He had no line to protect him. He didn't have a running back that knew how to read the blitz or give him that type of protection to give him a few seconds. That's why, as much as people like to think that the running back position is not important, if you're not going to run the ball, you need a running back there to read the blitz.
Yeah, he couldn't even. It was a couple plays where he couldn't do nothing.
That's
The
true.
only thing he can do is just tuck that ball and brace for the hit.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta take that out. I mean, as much as you don't want to, sometimes there's gonna be times you're gonna have to just take that out.
hmm My thing is, I hope he just learned because when you get to the NFL, like we were saying the other day, you're gonna have them Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have
Oh,
them
man.
them Nick Bosa's coming at you like that. Like,
The
hey, that's
Michael
something
Parsons, those
serious.
Nick Bosa's, those Joey Bosa's, those Miles Garrett's,
Yeah, the Bosa
Yeah,
brothers.
that Aaron McDonald, that Von Miller.
yeah. That Jalen Carter knocked your head loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look like they just fiending to get to you. That's all right. He needs a offensive line. Like that.
He's gonna need some big uglies. He's definitely gonna need some big uglies in front of him. But I think now that Colorado's going back to the Big 12 next season, it's definitely going to be, he's definitely going to have to deal with some competition. The only benefit of him of the Buffaloes going back to the Big 12, they don't have to worry about Oklahoma and Texas, but they still got to worry about guys like schools like BYU, as schools for Central Florida and Cincinnati and them, and Houston, those new schools that came into the Big 12. Nothing against them. He might be able to go against them without a problem. But the Oklahoma States, the Texas Techs, the Baylors that do have a good amount of speed on defense as well, that's something he's definitely going to have to worry about. And the teams that he also has to worry about and not look past, you can't look past schools like West Virginia. You definitely can't look past schools like Kansas State or even Kansas. So he's going to have to look at how they do things and start adjusting to that. And even though he's going to probably deal with them only for that one season before he declares, if he declares, he's going to have to prepare for that because they do have a good amount of speed. Baylor's always had a good amount of speed on their defense for a period of time.
I think this year he ain't got nothing. I don't think he gonna have to worry about it this year with this kind of line he got. I don't think he's gonna have no problems.
It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting now. I mean, coming next season.
You forgot, Antoine. I had did a little something the other night when you know how some of these quarterbacks they don't know if they're gonna declare for the draft and whatnot.
Right.
And I said I'll be looking at which team. Okay, y'all gonna draft me? How y'all line looking? If y'all ain't got no offensive line, I'm not. Like I said, do we gotta play Micah Parsons next year? Because I'm not. You ever see how he look?
Mm-hmm.
He don't look like something wrong with him.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looked like every day is a bad day.
Exactly.
He gonna take it out on you.
I
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Me and him actually went to the same high school, played on the same team and everything.
Yeah, it's something wrong with that boy.
He's cool.
Oh no, he ain't hitting me.
He cool people.
They be like, well, Max, why did you throw the ball away? Because he don't look like something. He was on his way to me. What do you want me to do? And them Bosa brothers, they look like they on something.
Yeah, they played it just like their father did.
Yeah, well, yeah, they can stay right there. They can stay right over there where they at. We're over there where they at, you know.
Did you see the video where Coach Prime went to I think it was a Dallas Cowboys game and met with the owner and everything? I think they might be going to the Cowboys. I think they're gonna try to break something out there.
Man, that'll be something else, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They got Dak. He's good. So he would have to, that'll be good where he don't have to be thrown in the fire right away. He can learn under Dak for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know how long Dak is going to be there. He's been there for a minute. So, back up Dak, I guess, Dak Prescott. I wouldn't mind doing that. Ain't Micah Parsons on the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he on my
Yep.
side, so he ain't got to hit me. What's his name ain't playing no more, is he? Jadeveon Clowney.
No, he's still playing.
Oh Lord, that's another one. That's another one, man. He likes to bring the pain.
He's still playing. I forgot where he was playing that last season, and I thought I heard his name this season. I forgot where he's playing that now.
Yeah, that, and man, I remember he was in college, man.
Oh, that hit against Michigan. That hit against that running back from Michigan.
Knocked that kid's helmet off.
Ooh.
That helmet went flying.
Mm-hmm.
And he picked up the fumble.
Yeah.
On top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can have that game. Like I said, that's why I respect them. Anybody that play at that level, man, I respect it because that's a hard game to play at that level.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It is. And to keep your body conditioned, like at the college level, to keep your body conditioned week after week, and you still got to go to class, and you still got to go to study hall, you still got to, do all the other things like the rest of your peers, and play football. Man, that's a lot.
You ever heard of alligator arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would catch. Hey, you ain't gonna have me going up that middle.
I ain't going across the middle. Damn that.
Next thing I know, I have alligator arms. I'm not getting hit. You remember when Ray Lewis crazy ass used to play?
Oh God.
Another one.
I remember one highlight. He was just hyped up and everything else. He went and ran a play, put up his head, looked at the guy, said, "Jesus loves you," and walked off. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Who said that?
Ray Lewis.
After he hit him?
After he hit him, he got up and said, "Jesus loves you," and walks away. I'm saying like,
yeah, someone right with him.
Oh, you know who else was like that too? Terrell Suggs, aka Bonesaw, aka T Sizzle. He was the same way too.
Yeah, he was a dog too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Suggs a dog.
I remember when he was playing. I remember when he played in college at Arizona State. Yo, I was like, this kid's bananas. I remember when he was playing there, he was like that too. He was hungry. He was hungry from the jump. That's why you gotta respect him for real.
Yeah,
yeah.
Level. And there's grown men at that level. They ain't playing. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. But you also got to remember where did Ray Lewis play his ball at? He played college ball at Miami, and they were always like that.
Right. Him
Miami.
And Warren Sapp. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Him, Warren Sapp, Jeremy Shockey, Chris T. Jones, Santana Moss. Who else? His younger brother, Center Course Moss. Who else played at Miami? Who else played him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were just all them kids, all those guys that played there were just like, you knew they were just prepping for the NFL. That's how well stacked and well talented Miami was back in them days. And people don't realize back in the day they were garbage. They weren't that much of a team. When Howard Schnellenberger arrived there, he turned things around. He turned it around. He went and got just about majority of the kids from the area. If you were living in Liberty City and you played, he took you in. If you lived in Overbrook, he took you. You were from Little Havana, he took you. You were from Little Haiti, he took you. That's basically what he did. He basically brought in all these kids from the area, kids who played against each other from Pop Warner to high school. Brought them together to be teammates. And they were just like, yo, fuck this. We can go rush out and everything else. And they played with a serious chip on their shoulder. That's how damaged Miami was back in the day.
Yeah, they were nasty back then, yep.
Man, they were forget.
I feel like the 2008, 2010 Steelers defense was nasty too. Because I used to just hear about teams being afraid to play that team.
Oh, there was a lot of other teams like that back in the last couple of years. The Ravens were like that back in 2001. Yeah. They were a very ugly defense. The 86 Bears, that 46 defense that Buddy Ryan ran and everything else. When you saw Mike Singletary in the middle with them eyes, forget about it. You knew you were done. You knew you were done automatically. Like, you had a lot of teams that had great defenses, whether at the college or the pro game within the last 20, 30 years. Like, you got no choice but to respect them because you had 11 guys all ready to own the bone. That's how hungry they were.
Did Richard Dent play on that team?
Richard Dent was on that team.
Yeah.
Steve McMichael was on that team.
Yeah, McMichael,
Um,
crazy.
yeah, there were a couple. I'm trying to remember who else was on the team. There were a lot. They were a very good team. They went 15-1 that season.
Yeah,
They went 15.
that was a good. It was an 86.
Yeah, it was 86. They were a really good team. No, 85. 85. It was
85.
85.
That's right. 85.
They were a real good team. They went 15-1 that season. And ironically, the only game they lost, I think, was a Monday night game to the Miami Dolphins.
They won the Super Bowl that year.
Yes, and they embarrassed the Patriots.
Yeah.
Literally embarrassed them. That's how good that 85 Bears team was with that defense. Like it's just you gotta look sometimes if you look at some of these teams that win Super Bowls or win the national championship, you gotta look at their defense. Who do they have?
Defense.
Yeah. Who do they have? What was their personnel? What type of defense did they run? Little things like that. How do they match up against teams that were at their level offensively? So on and so forth. Were there any disguises? Were there players that they lost due to injury and somebody came off the bench and was able to plug that hole and take that spot and pick up where that other player left off? It's those little things that people don't pay attention to. Those are the little things I tell people you got to watch out for. And I remember my wife was telling me sometimes the best offense is a very good defense. And at first I'm looking at her like, okay, that makes sense. But then now when you look at some of these teams, she does make a fair point.
Yeah, all these great teams back in the day, they used to name their defenses too.
Yeah.
Steel Curtain.
The Monsters of the Midway, the Purple People Eaters,
Purple People Eaters.
the no-name defense.
No, that was Miami, right?
That was Miami. I think Miami was the no-name defense. The Jets had the sack exchange.
Their record still stands, right? Were they undefeated?
Yeah.
Nobody's beaten their record yet. Yeah.
Nah. No one has. No one has finished the season undefeated ever since 72.
Yep.
Since 72.
Now you know who came close? The Patriots that year when they had Randy Moss.
They had Randy Moss. They had Junior Seau. They had Teddy Bruschi. Tom Brady, of course.
They came close that year.
Yeah, they came very close. Yep. They came very close. And ironically, I remember that game. That was the last game of the season. They played the Giants at the old stadium. And ironically, the one thing I remember when I was watching that game, what made the Patriots defense so good, they never allowed an opening drive touchdown all season. Giants got the ball. First opening drive, they scored a touchdown. And I still remember it vividly like it was yesterday. And if anybody don't believe me, look it up on YouTube, look up on NFL Films, what have you. They showed a video, they showed a picture of the defense. Teddy Bruschi, Junior Seau, Rodney Hampton. They looked at each other like they were tired and looked at each other like, yo, this ain't gonna be a walk in the park. That's how good the Giants were. And no one took them that serious because they were the first team all season to score an opening drive touchdown. And when they did that, like you saw those defense, you saw Seau and Bruschi and Hampton looking at each other like, yeah, this ain't gonna be a walk in the park. That right there told you something right there. That right there said something.
That was Eli was a quarterback, wasn't
yeah,
he?
Eli was quarterback of that team. And the thing people forget, both Bill Belichick and Tom Coughlin were both on the Giants staff when Parcells was coach.
Yeah, Bill Parcells, right.
So people forget that both Coughlin and Belichick knew each other all too well.
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl together.
They won 2 Super Bowls together.
Yeah, with the Giants.
Mm-hmm. They won 2 Super Bowls together. And it seemed like the only coach that had Belichick's number in the postseason, and that's no disrespect to Doug Peterson and his Eagles and everything else, it was Tom Coughlin and the Giants. For some reason, he had their number.
Yep, and they beat him.
Yeah, and they did it twice. Something no one thought it was even possible. But you got to look at some of these defense. But New England always had very good defenses as well for a period of time as well. And these weren't big name guys either. These were like 3rd, 4th round picks that they found coming out of nowhere, or guys that were playing on other teams that no one took serious. Then all of a sudden, they end up going to New England they found a way to fit in that system. The rest is history. And I think at that time, the Patriots had, who was the defensive coordinator at the time? I think Romeo Crennel was the defensive coordinator at the time. And I think he's very underrated as a defensive coordinator.
Romeo Crennel.
Yeah. I think he was the defensive coordinator for those teams. I could be mistaken.
He was the one that had that. No, that was Dennis Green.
Dennis Green was a good coordinator too.
He had that famous post game speech. Remember that? They are who we thought they were. Remember
that? Yeah. Dennis Green doesn't get that much.
Just crown their ass, Antoine.
Say again?
Just crown their ass.
Dennis Green, man,
that's
God rest his soul.
Meltdown, man.
Yes. Him, Jim Mora about the playoffs.
Prior to that, they used to always play the Allen Iverson clip.
Practice.
But then they started playing that. They are who we thought they were. Just crown their ass. Oh, Jim Mora from Atlanta at the time.
No. He was in Indianapolis at the time.
Oh, Indianapolis. That's right. Yeah.
Playoffs? What? Wait. Playoffs? Playoffs?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Playoffs? Like, yo. Oh man, like these guys. Oh, forget about it. Those guys had. Their press conferences were like the ones you waited for at the end of the game. You just wanted to hear what they had to say, just to hear what they had to say, and they were not afraid to let it all out. They never held back, and that's what made it so funny too. But as much as you looked at them trying to say what the hell they're talking about, they were making a valid point at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was just, oh man, those coaches. You don't find coaches like that in the NFL anymore. Sadly, you don't. The only coach you see like that's been around for so long, and sometimes you find hard to believe, is Bill Belichick. But rumor is this might be his last year in New England. I heard rumor has it that he might be forced out.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Well, I heard one place that he might be going is LA to the Chargers.
All right. Oh, to the Chargers?
Yeah, that's the one rumor I'm hearing. That's the one rumor I'm hearing to replace Brandon Staley after he got fired from that game against the Raiders. Honestly, the one thing I can see Belichick doing, don't quote me on it, but don't be surprised. I don't think he's going to take the job with the Chargers. Don't be surprised if he decides to take a year or two off, and then he comes back to the NFL to work as a consultant for the Giants. I won't be surprised. I really won't be, because he's always loved and appreciated the Meritich families because they gave him his opportunities to work on an NFL staff. He's always talked highly of them. He's always appreciated them. He was definitely heartbroken when Wellington Mara died and everything. He's always appreciated the Meritich families for giving him the opportunity to put his foot in the door to be part of the NFL staff. And I think don't be surprised in another year or two. If he doesn't coach after next season, don't be surprised he takes a year or two off and then he comes back to be a consultant for the Giants. Because here's the thing people forget. Brian Daboll, Joe Shane, both of them used to work for the Buffalo Bills. Ironically, people forget, I'm trying to remember who the Bills head coach is. He was part of the Patriots staff at one point as well. So don't be surprised. Like I said, don't be surprised if Belichick comes back in a year, say after taking 1 or 2 years off, to be a consultant for the Giants.
So it looked like this might be his last year, huh?
Yeah.
With the Patriots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they going into a different era now. That's the end of his era there.
Yeah. But sadly, you knew that time was going to come.
Yeah.
But how do you but a coach like him, how do you fire a guy like him?
No, he just probably will just like resign.
I remember reading stories about like Tom Landry when he was with the Cowboys. After Jerry Jones bought the team, he fired Landry. A lot of people were in shock when he did that.
I remember when that happened.
I remember when Don Shula was, after he broke the record, you know, he was literally forced out of time when Wayne Huizenga bought the Dolphins. You know?
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, like, how do you tell these coaches, you know, like, hey, thank you for everything, but it's time to move on, or we don't need your services anymore? How do you tell it to a coach like that?
Yeah, it's definitely you would have to just at that type of situation he stepped down because he'll know.
Yeah, and I think Kraft is going to give him an opportunity to step down.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens though.
Yeah, but I know how egotistical they can be. People don't realize that sometimes. I remember Mark Schlereth said this one time in an interview, and he was like, if you think, and he was calling it upstairs, downstairs, like downstairs were the players, were basically the players, and like the assistant coaches and everything else. Upstairs was the head coach, GM, and everything, the owners, and so on and so forth. And he always said, if you think they had egos downstairs, you have no idea what kind of egos they have upstairs. So who knows what type of ego Belichick and Kraft are going to have, you know, when it comes to that point. And my question is, do you think Kraft is going to be that ballsy to fire him? That's the question.
No, I don't see it. I just see him just probably just saying he resigning or something. And then, you know, like you said, he either want to go somewhere else or you sit for a while. Or he might just be done at this point.
I don't know. He
But
loves.
he's headed to the Hall of Fame and he retire.
Yeah, he's earned it. He got those 2 rings as an assistant with the Giants, those 6 rings with the Patriots, and what he built there.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a football guy.
yeah, he had
He's
a Hall of Fame career. So
yeah. I mean, people forget he's a football guy.
yeah,
Like, he really grew up around the sport of football. His father was an assistant coach at the Naval Academy for 34 years. They named the football building after his father. Yeah, that, like, he's literally a football guy. Like, he's been around the sport in so many ways at different levels for his life, in one way, shape, or form. I mean, that's going to be. But also the challenge is, who do you bring in to replace him?
I don't know, somebody young and upcoming.
That's the thing. Do you bring someone that's already on the staff, or do you look outside the Belichick tree to bring somebody in?
I don't know. I would say I don't know on that one. I think they would just start over fresh.
I think the one person, I mean, everyone was saying it was going to be Josh McDaniels, but we all remember what happened when he took the job to be the coach of the Raiders. I doubt that's going to happen. Joe Judge was a disaster. I don't know if Charlie Weiss or Ronald Cornell. The only person I can see, if they want to keep, or even Matt Patricia, because some of those guys who went on to be head coaches somewhere else, they didn't fare well and they ended up going back. The only person I can see becoming the head coach, if Belichick does retire after this, if Belichick does step down after this season, I think it'll be Bill O'Brien.
Think so?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Bill O'Brien. And I can think of other former assistants that used to work for Belichick that you could try to convince. Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, what's his name in Alabama? Nick Saban.
Dan Lanning from Oregon. I don't see that one.
Nah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's too many coaches out there that will be in line in succession in the NFL.
Honestly, I think the one person is, I think it's going to be Bill O'Brien, because he's already proven that he can be a head coach. He worked as a head coach at Penn State for a few years after that situation with Joe Paterno. Then he took the job at in Houston with the Texans. So I honestly think it's going to be Bill O'Brien.
No, the man above. Seaton was just talking about some of the coaches, what they were saying about Coach Prime and stuff, and they were saying that, what do you want to be, a rapper or something? He was talking about that earlier
Oh God.
about the
Which coach
recruiting.
do you think? Which coach do you think said that?
He didn't publicly name him. I'm glad he didn't, but Coach Prime probably know.
But he's not gonna put him out there like that either.
No, he's not gonna put him out there. But it happens in that recruiting. It's a lot of competition.
Yeah,
They'll say what they have to say to get you.
yeah. They'll say anything they can to get you signed that dotted line to come to campus. But also at the same time, when some of these college coaches don't quick to go from one place to another. I mean, you got coaches doing everything possible to bring a kid into a particular school, so on and so forth. That kid thinks that he's going to stick around. Then all of a sudden, he finds out that that coach that he was going to sign with got a job at a bigger name school. And it's like, damn, now I'm stuck, you know?
They
Yep.
just changed the rules, so now you can transfer like what, twice?
Yeah, because what's his name? The quarterback at Oregon State, DJ Ugianlele. I might be saying his name wrong. If I said it wrong, DJ, I apologize. He finished his time at Oregon State and he's going back to the ACC. I think he's transferring to Florida State.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's going back to the Florida. So he's going. When I heard it's like, okay, so he's going back to Florida State. Sounds like he got unfinished business against
Wait,
Dabo
who's going
Sweeney
back
in
to
Cleveland.
Florida State?
He's transferring to Florida State. I think it's DJ Ugianlele.
Oh, yeah, I heard something like that.
Yeah, he was a quarterback at he quarterbacked Oregon State this past season. Before that, he was I think a 3-year starter at Clemson. He took over for Trevor Lawrence after he left.
Okay.
Because Trevor Lawrence, how he became the starter at Clemson, he was the number 3 guy behind Deshaun Watson and Kelly Bryant.
Mhm.
Watson graduated and everything else. Bryant was the starter, ran into a situation on field, got benched. Lawrence came in, got it done. Bryant wasn't happy, quit the team, and then transferred. And then after that, I think that following season, he ended up at Missouri. And that's how Lawrence ended up becoming the starter from that point forward.
Yeah, I didn't know that quarterback, he'd been around that long.
Yeah. 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 You'd be surprised. Like some of these quarterbacks are so quick to some quarterbacks are just too quick to just transfer. Like if things don't go a certain way, things like that. And I'm just like, damn, bro, for real?
That's what happened to the quarterback that played at South Carolina this year.
Oh, really?
Going into the draft. He started off at Oklahoma.
Oh, Spencer Rattler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he started off there, and Caleb Williams took over.
Yeah. And then he leaves to go follow Lincoln Riley to the Southern
USC.
Cal.
Yeah.
It's just so hilarious how some of these kids are some of these guys are so quick to just transfer. I'm like, dude, like, is it really worth it? Is it really that important?
Some of them bounce around, they're getting paydays and stuff like that.
Yeah, now they're getting paydays. Back then, they probably were getting it under the table, allegedly.
Yeah, something was under the table.
But at the same time, it's like, can you really call yourself that dependable and reliable? Like the comment I posted about Jalen Daniels, whether or not he was going to stay at LSU. I made that comment saying, hopefully, whoever drafts him, be mindful of the draft guys from Arizona State, because after the situation that happened there in Tempe with the Sun Devils that led to Herm Edwards being forced out, like he was already saying, like, yeah, I'm coming back next season, this, that, and the other. Then all of a sudden you hear about him being, he's in the transfer portal, is going to LSU, and his teammates at Arizona State were pissed. And I'm talking about they were so pissed at him. Like, I don't know if YouTube does have the video, but there was a video where his teammates at Arizona State went to his locker, cleaned it out, and the players were so bad. Like, you heard a couple of players in the background basically say he sucked anyway. I was like, damn,
Who
you
they
can't be
talking
a
about again?
Jalen Daniels out of LSU.
They said he sucked.
Yeah,
The
like
one
some
that
of his
won the
teammates at
Heisman.
Arizona State. They were that pissed off at him when he said one thing that he was going to stay for the upcoming he was going to stay for the following season. Then all of a sudden they find out sometime later he's in the transfer portal and he's transferring to LSU. After he said that he was going to stick around and stay at Arizona State for the upcoming season, I think what would have been for this past season.
Damn, for them to be that mad, that means he was pretty good.
And
That means you're pretty good. If they that mad and salty that you're leaving, that means you're good.
they cleaned out his locker too. Like I don't even think he ever went back to clean out his locker. They cleaned out his locker for him.
Thank you. Thank you for cleaning it out. I ain't got to do it.
Oh man, but
I'm
if there's
going to chase that bag, baby.
yeah, but sometimes chasing that bag, it can burn you in the long run too. Like some players are gonna see you like, yo, how can you say you're gonna be our team leader if you ain't gonna stick around when things get hard, you know?
This was the season before last, right?
I think this was the last season because I think this season Arizona State was on probation. And this was the season he was supposed to stay at Arizona State, but he transferred to LSU.
He wasn't at LSU last year. I thought
He
he was.
Nah, I think it was no, I think this was his first year at LSU.
Angry.
Let me see.
I thought this was his first year at LSU.
You probably right there. Let's see. I know he's a senior. Yeah, his previous school was Arizona State. You're right.
Yeah, and the players were pissed off about it and everything else too.
Hey, he had to do what he had to do. You see, it
Yeah,
worked out for him.
that is true, but we'll see. Y'all, we'll stay in
Yeah.
chat, but I gotta roll out and everything else. I gotta drop my brother-in-law off, so y'all be safe and everything. If I don't hear from y'all, everyone in the chat, you fellas, have a good new year and everything else. Y'all be safe, take care of each
Happy
other
New
and one
Year.
another, all right?
All right, now.
Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
All right. Yeah, that's what I would have been like. Y'all suck. I'm out of here. Y'all ain't got no offensive line. Y'all ain't gonna get me hurt. I'm out of here. I'm going to greener pastures. And you see what happened. He won a Heisman. What's up, Sam? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening to you guys. So
All right, Sam. I gotta ask you again with all the upgrades we got going here. What the season looking like this upcoming season? Last time you said 4 games now.
Yeah, I still feel that.
Oh, come on. You still feel that way?
Yeah, I do. I just, like I said, I have total.
Sam. Wait. We can't wait a minute. 4 games, Sam.
I can explain.
Sam. 4 games. Look at take in consideration the offensive line they acquired.
Yeah, let me explain. I think they're gonna win against New Mexico State. I think they're gonna win against Kansas, Iowa State, West and West Virginia. So that's 4. What I don't think is going to be Kansas State, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and TCU. That I don't know.
How about Nebraska and Colorado State?
Okay. Nebraska, they're getting that. The reason why I'm unsure about Nebraska is because the only piece that they were missing was the quarterback. Remember the quarterback kept fumbling the ball.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
Yeah, they picked up a nice quarterback.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not sure about Nebraska, because if it's that Nebraska piece, that I don't know if we're gonna win or not. Now and then again, I feel like, and maybe it's just me, but I don't know about Shador's back, his BACK back. So, that's my only concern. Will he yes, I know they're going to keep him upright, but at the end of the day, I don't know if that's going to be enough because and this is what I want him to do. If he gets hurt or not much hurt, but if he starts to have issues, I don't want Coach Prime to continue to have him play. Like, take him out of the game and put Ryan in for about a minute, and even if it's for the rest of the game, and then don't have him like I just don't want. I want Shador to get into the NFL. And I just like that there's a big controversy because a lot of the players are not a lot. Some of the players aren't playing in the bowl games and stuff. You hear about that? And
It
even
happens. It happens because some
Buckley's
players
talking
are,
about it.
they're getting ready for the NFL. Yeah, some players
Yeah.
don't play.
And I listen, even with Travis Hunter, like, guys, I want every snap you play, there's a possibility that could be your last. So I want him to go to NFL. So I want him to preserve himself. But yeah, so that's yeah. So Nebraska, I'm not sure about. And what was the other one you said? What was the other one?
Colorado State.
They should win against Colorado State. So maybe I'm at 6.
So here's my thing.
You're at
Sorry.
6, man.
Mm-hmm.
My thing with Nebraska is like, yeah, they did bring in a good quarterback. However, he is still a freshman, so he's still going to need that time to develop. And again, right, Nebraska's defense, like, we sliced them up with no offensive line, and our lines have only gotten better. So I think we're going to dog walk Nebraska. I mean, that's just. I don't think they'll be able to hang with our receivers. I don't think they'll be able to hang with our offensive line. And our defensive line is not as good as it's going to be this year. And how many sacks did we get? I mean, I think our defense was, all in that dude's face. It's only going to get better, especially with Quincy Wiggins and even some of the freshman edge rushers that we have now. So I don't think Nebraska is going to be anything. Nebraska would be foolish to put that freshman quarterback out there because we will destroy his confidence. I'm telling you. They put him out there, we're gonna take his confidence from him.
Do you know what, like, is Nebraska our 4th game, 5th game? Do you know? Does anybody know?
I think it's like the second. I want to say because the first game should be North Dakota State, and then it's Nebraska, and then it's on the CSU.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So then, if that's the case, then we might be okay. But I can tell you right now, the CSU and Nebraska, I think, if anything, I still feel like we should win, even though I'm unsure about Nebraska because of the quarterback situation. But I can tell you right now, they want so much payback because, we won. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that's every team, though. I mean,
Yeah.
especially when you're getting pushed like CU has in the media, obviously, because it's a cash cow. Like, everybody wants to come in and beat them. So it doesn't matter who they play. Every team's going to come in and play them like they said, like it's a bowl game. So it doesn't matter.
Nebraska's their second game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more at they're maybe like 70% that they'll win.
Yeah, and CSU did just lose all of their good players. They did. That is true. So CSU, I mean, you look at the CSU game and like who were their 2 players? It was the tight end, Dallin Hawker, and then it was what's his face?
But you know what CSU is gonna do? They're gonna do what they did last time. They're gonna cheat. They're gonna play.
Yeah, but the difference is now we have some players that will bust their head. That's the difference, right? So
I hope so. We'll see.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was mad too when that game happened because I was like, they playing kind of soft out there. But
yeah, they losing Kamara to the draft.
Yep, Kamara. That's his name.
Okay.
So it's gonna be real painful because that like I said, those edge rushers that we got coming in are gonna be something serious. So Quincy Wiggins from LSU, he's a good size and he's physical and strong. And then you got Brandon Davis Swain, who's a freshman, but I think what did he have? I think like 50 sacks or something crazy. Something crazy.
Yep.
So like, yeah, it's it's gonna be a movie for sure.
Yeah, I have them going to a bowl game, Sam.
Yeah, they're gonna get 6 wins. I promise you that.
Yeah.
I hope so. I will say this: they should, because it's an easier conference than we were in the Pac-12. Obviously, we've done some upgrades, some much needed upgrades. I am feeling much more confident as we continue to recruit and add on. But at the end of the day, and I said this last time we talked, I felt confident we had enough talent to get to a bowl game this year. And I feel confident that we have, if it wasn't for the coaching, I would say we would win. If I was really confident in the coaching, I would say we should be at maybe 9 or 10 wins next year, maybe 10. If I felt confident, if I felt like the coaching was on par with the talent that we're bringing in and the talent that we're retaining. But I'm not confident with Schumer and I'm not confident with Coach Kelly. So that's why I have to downgrade it to 4 or 5 wins, maybe 6. We will see.
I can understand that, but you also got to understand too, right? Like this whole scheme and everything else. Like, I mean, I think they had like what 8 months together before they stepped out on the field together. Like
Yeah,
that's not that's not good. So, um, and this year again, right? Like, I mean, like we had wide receivers. I watched the well off video when they were talking about how we had wide receivers running the wrong routes and everything else. So like, it's a learning process. So like, like we got guys that have played 12 games last season, so they're more experienced and they're only going to get stronger, better, faster, and they're only going to understand the game more as time goes on. So I think we should see a better product out of there. At least I'm hoping, right?
yeah. Like
Yeah,
one.
you're gonna see. They're gonna have they're gonna do really good.
Mhm. Like I know that. Like I said, I know that I know I'm going to see some incredible plays next year. I know I'm going to see Travis Hunter and his just fabulousness, his generational talentness. I can't wait to see Cormani, Omarion Miller, Omarion Cooper. I
Sam,
can't say
Sam, Sam. What
can't
you're
wait.
gonna see is them going to a bowl game.
I hope.
Get ready for it. You're
We'll-
gonna see an offensive line that ain't playing no games.
Mhm.
That's it.
Hey, and we're gonna have some linebackers out there that's gonna knock your head.
Yep.
Like I said, man, like the defense has to set the tone, right? Because the defense is the one that brings the pain. You know what I mean? Like if you got if your defense is out there with the capability of like really hurting some people, teams are gonna play us the right way. You know what I mean? If your defense can't inflict no pain, then you're gonna see CU versus CSU last year, where we're basically getting bullied and they're hitting Travis all kinds of crazy, and there's no kind of competition. Like, so I played rugby, and if if Blackburn would have hit one of my players like that, one of my smaller guys on my team, Blackburn wouldn't have walked his ass off that field. I'm telling you
Yeah.
now, he would not have walked off that field. He might have gotten carried. He wouldn't have walked off that field. Man. We'd have beat that boy. Head.
Yeah, it would have been a bench clearing brawl or something. That
Yeah,
Oh
would
yeah,
have
I
been
was.
it
bad.
would have been bad.
Honestly, like I'm still not over the Travis Blackburn situation. Like I'm still pissed. Like I've not gotten over it. Like the dude better be glad I'm in an older part of my life because if I wasn't, it would have been on site if I'd have seen it. And I'm a woman, and I'm not over it, and I'll never get over it. And it was a dirty hit, and it was messed up, and I can't stand them.
Yeah, I mean, especially in like today when you're seeing a bunch of players. I think a NFL player just was like laid out on a turf, like damn near going into a coma. I think I seen not too long ago, like a few days ago.
Yeah,
Like
that
you
was a
see
spot.
players getting, yeah, you see players getting hit and going down, and not even knowing if they're gonna live or not, and then you go and do some dirty stuff like that. My hell, no, I ain't going for that.
No,
Nah.
like I said, and I know that they Travis and him did a video, or I'm sorry, yeah, Travis and Henry did a video together and all that other stuff. So I don't give a doggone. I'm still pissed. I'm still angry about it. And I guess, and maybe like I said, I've not a football person, like period. So maybe if I was, I wouldn't be so emotional about it. I was like emotional. I was a wreck. Uh, yeah, I was like I said, I'm still devastated about it. Like even though he's better and all this stuff, because I always think long term, what is that going to do for his health? But it's done. Got to turn the page. You got to move forward. I'm still excited about next year. Um, Yeah, and I guess for me, I look at it like this. I'm a long term type of person. Like even though I'm like questionable about next year, one thing I will say about Coach Prime, if Schumer or Kelly don't meet the grade, Coach Prime will fire them, and he'll get somebody in there, regardless of where he is in that season. And from that perspective, I like that
Right.
because he did that at JSU.
Yeah, we're gonna it's definitely gonna be a different look this season. It is. It's gonna be a different look. But guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Yep.
Hopefully I might come back New Year's. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm glad that you did it. Like I said, vacation's coming up, so
Yeah.
it's great if you do. If you don't, I'm good. I'm just glad that you have this,
I'll be back.
first.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back.
Oh yeah, all right, man. Well,
All right, good night,
I'll
All
everyone.
right,
see
Brad.
you.
All right, Brad. All right, Sam. Thanks for joining tonight.
You too. Bye bye.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it. I like what Jordan Seaton said. I like that kid already. And I can't wait for him to get going, start his campaign. So yeah, man. Some more pickups, I'm sure, is coming. You know how it is. But yeah, man. I can't wait for that Alabama game. I'm taking Alabama in that game. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm going with. We'll see what happens. That should be a good game though. But guys, I will catch you on the next one. All right, y'all.